Hi, chat. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, good evening.
Good evening.
I've got our video up there in the background. That's a little spoiler for you guys.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about how apparently anime twinks are misogynistic. But Kendra had a little story they wanted to tell the class.
Yes. So, there was a company that came out a while ago called Buddha Productions, and what happened was that they got popular. Hold up one quick second, because I forgot about that.
Forgot about what?
I forgot there was Sonic playing in the background.
You know, I've been listening to the rings occasionally, just bling bling.
I'm so sorry about that. I forgot. It's become white noise now.
And yes, chat,
God.
I did see that Ember Paradox is like full on anti, and I have no idea what caused that.
God, I'm a Doja character.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
She was like flipping her shit over it too. I have no idea what happened with her.
Listen, I just made fun of it for the fact that like a bunch of Europeans are coming out being like, "Lolly is this, Lolly is that," and it's literally like last month, y'all, your government tossed a bill to ban cousin incest. Opinion completely disregarded.
They tossed a bill to ban cousin incest a week after they put through a bill to ban fictional incest.
Yeah, that was it. I was just like, huh, that's a weird set of priorities over there. But I guess. What is it? So
in the
basically,
UK, it is more illegal to play the coffin of Andy and Lele than it is to actually fuck your family.
Oh. All right, chat. To kind of explain it, because a little bit of spoilers that happened right there. Basically, what ended up happening recently was that a couple weeks ago, a company by the name of Buddha Productions, or Buddha Pro, came out and was like, guys, all those popular anime from back in the day, they wouldn't survive today in this current anime market. Series like that just wouldn't succeed. Stuff like Haruhi, Madoka, Heian, and Monogatari, they'd struggle to be financial failures today.
What is this selection of anime, by the way? Like, all four of these, other than the fact that they're old, have literally nothing in common.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you see,
what is this selection?
Well, you see, they're popular financial. They're small anime from back then that were still financial successes. The problem is that number one, Haruhi. The reason why Haruhi is as interesting as it is because it's just told in an interesting way. Because the studio, get this, decided to get creative with it because you're animating a light novel series. And the reason why Madoka popped off was because Madoka was basically your standard magical girl series, just darker than usual, but still a standard magical girl series. I'm gonna scroll down, and I talked about this. I ended up finding the production page, and number one, they're from Europe, so opinion completely disregarded. Another thing was that they did Spy Family, but more importantly, they did Bocchi the Rock. Bocchi the Rock is just New Age K-On! And I don't even know why they even talked.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like a weird opinion, disregarded. Okay, bro.
Why did they... It just says the girls' front line opening.
Yes. They helped. I know them specifically because of Ota-chan, which is that one meme anime series on YouTube, and Wonder Egg, obviously. But I just thought it was weird that they were like, yeah, no, stuff like K-On! Wouldn't succeed today. By the way, we helped in animating Bocchi the Rock.
Yeah.
So that was just a weird thing that happened. I was like, opinion disregarded. Fast forward 2 or 3 weeks later, and the CEO got outed for grooming a 14-year-old.
Well, wow.
And this was like right after they had gotten an announcement to animate this one Yuri series called Kimi wo Sumugu. And this response kind of pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, why are you trying to cover this like it's some Twitter spat? Just say effective immediately, our CEO has been fired.
Yeah, so they say, to everyone who was looking forward to Kimi wo Sumugu, we too learned of the terrible news regarding the appalling behavior of an individual just a few hours ago. Yeah, no, they are wording it like it's a fucking Twitter docu. We, of course, wish to distance ourselves from it as well. Our sincere sympathy and thoughts are with the victim. Such behavior does not deserve a platform. We are truly heartbroken that you had to go... Why are you wording it like this? This feels weird.
We have a platform and it's literally the CEO.
None of the other people involved in the animation of Kimi wo were aware of this. The whole situation makes it difficult for us. A lot of money, time, and effort have already been poured into this project, a project that was meant to be something big and go far beyond the scope currently announced. Accordingly, we will need some time to discuss with all other people involved how and whether we can continue with this project without a Buddha Pro /FAR. That you would not... What you should have put, if you were going to say anything about your production, was something along the lines of, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, it will be delayed until further notice.
Exactly.
I don't know why you're trying to be like, we are heartbroken, but you need to understand, we spent a lot of money on this.
I'm like, why are you saying it like this? If you were a real business, I literally just said, why are we talking about it like this? It's effective immediately due to certain circumstances that have gotten out. We have fired the CEO. We wish to not discuss this any further than here. That's it. Why are we using this weird soft uwu fandom language for this?
Yeah. Just use the business language, unforeseen circumstances, delayed until further notice. Congrats. It feels weird the way they have it worded.
Oh my gosh. How do you scope creep and anime adaptation? I have no idea. Like, obviously I feel bad for the people, or the victim involved in this. I'm just like, why are you talking like this?
Was this written with AI? There's a possibility. Soft possibility.
We our references were uwu fandom language.
But Kendra, are you ready to learn about the misogyny of cute anime twinks?
Yes, I think this is gonna be fun. I haven't touched Ouran in years, but I still watched it, and if this is gonna be, I'm a little tiny bit annoyed with modern Ouran fans, so this is gonna be fun.
Are you sure it's gonna be fun?
It'll be painful, but it'll be fun.
Well, chat, let's have a little learn today. Let me make sure everything's up. Yep.
The first anime I ever watched was High School.
Oh, well, I still have your thing pulled up, so it's doubling.
The Dead.
Oh.
This was back in the early days of Netflix, where most people didn't even have it, and I had yet to discover pirating or online access to anime. So I distinctly remember it. It was the 4th of July, and I was having horrible cramps, so I stayed behind while my family, including the uncle we were visiting, went out to watch fireworks. I love zombies. That's my excuse for unabashedly loving pretty much every bit of zombie media out there, no matter how poorly written or how bad the effects are. And in my defense, I was 12 at the time. As parents do, my mother came home at the worst possible moment, or so I thought, and I had to defend my choice of entertainment, which admittedly was difficult considering what was on screen. But then again, the only real difference between it and some live-action show was the medium. The misogyny and violence was not necessarily objectionable or...
What? Why is it always misogyny?
It's like, well, it's the misogyny. It's like, it's a zombie flick. Name one zombie flick that isn't at least a little bit misogynistic.
Thank you, Mr. Monkey, for the super. Oopsie poopsie, our boss didn't go easy on the youngins. We're sorry. That's fucked. That is.
Is this like a reference to something? my god.
No, there's an old furry meme. It's like, oopsie whoopsie, it's Stucky Wucky.
Oh,
I'd have to
wait.
see if I could find it and send it to you later.
Even uncommon. In high school, I spent most of my 4 years in the anime club. One year, I was even the video chair and in charge of picking what we watched each week. I'll admit, my interest skewed towards horror, romance, and older shows, so while I knew of shows like Fairy Tail or Sword Art Online, I didn't watch them. My watch list varied from 1997's Berserk, Revolutionary Girl Utena, Black Butler, to Gakugarashi. I typically knew enough to recognize popular characters at conventions, which I was an avid attender of, but I was picky. It took years for me to realize that the problem was not just the one show. High School of the Dead isn't even that extreme in comparison to some anime. It is a diverse art form which has many entries that should rightly be considered amongst the greatest art, same as we hold live-action movies and shows, as well as that which is at the bottom of the barrel, meant to be consumed and not thought about. But the entire medium is built on an objectification of women, a sexualization, and oftentimes a great hatred of them. It is a background noise that is often ignored, hardly of note, not just because Japanese culture remains so male-dominant and rigid against the tides of change, but because we are used to seeing women treated this way in all...
Are you thinking we're supposed to sympathize with the criminals beating up the main characters? What are you talking about?
Not only that, you're showing a scene of literally like the other male characters getting beat up. Like, and plus it's Akira, because I saw one of the comments of this video and they're like, I didn't get into Akira because I knew they were gonna beat up a woman. And it's like, this is about like human experimentation among just children, not just women. What the heck?
We got a frame of titty, Chad. This is the world's smallest frame of titty.
Like, there's like a ton of things that happen in Akira, but apparently they beat up women is where we draw the line. It's like, no, they kind of kill everyone. They kind of kill everyone.
What do you... anime clearly has like a hatred of women because this woman got beat up and like you're supposed to like that or something. It's like, what are you talking about? These are the villains. You're supposed to hate them.
This is like the whole thing with Araki. You know why Araki killed Danny in part 1? Because it makes you very easily realize, Dio's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
if not him kissing Erina, not him just kicking Jonathan, he burned the dog alive. That's it. That's all you need to know to realize. I think Dio's kind of far from saving.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
all aspects of life and in all media.
Everyone always tells me like Japan is so modest, it's so respectful, the Japanese people are so polite. Why, if it's so modest, can I literally go next door to the convenience store and I can buy child? I can just go in there and I can buy a magazine with idols, 13 years old, 12 years old, in bikinis that are smaller than what I would wear as a fully grown woman. Why is that?
So my complaint with when people bring this up is I don't like it, but it exists in every country. Because like the obvious response is like we have child pageants in like the United States, and other countries have similar stuff. I hate all of them, right? I think they all are fucking awful and need to be shut down. But people always say it like, oh, this is such a Japan unique problem. No, it's not. France put out cuties. The United States is child pageants. I'm 90% sure every country has something similar. It's kind of fucked. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Really, like, we could change the world as much as we want. Someone's gonna try and slip something into the cracks, and then eventually it's like, you know what? I'm gonna stop fighting you real quick. We'll make this illegal, but we can't keep going after everything.
Yeah. Like, no, I agree. It's bad. Stop pretending it's exclusive to Japan. So
Not
dumb.
only that, but we have to say it European, because I recognize that accent. I know what you are.
Yeah. It's like whenever people are like, oh, you think Japan's a safe country, but what about Junko? And it's like, it's one thing that happened forever ago. What about like every other country that has murders like every day?
It's a
dumb thing to say.
like murders happen and they are horrific, but at the same time, please stop parading around people's murders as evidence of why your side is right. Number one, that's creepy and a bit parasocial, and you should probably stop doing that and just pay your respects to the family.
Yeah. I'm also gonna just admit, by the way, chat, that I'm kind of just taking their word for this, because I hear about this all the time from these people. It's like, oh, like they have all these like 12 and 13-year-old idols that are like half naked. For obvious reasons, I've never tried to search it up, and I've never been to Japan, so I've never physically seen it. So I'm just kind of taking their word for it, to be honest.
So I know what they're talking about. So there are specific like companies when they do idols. Some companies have the like Grov idols, right? The ones that do like the naked photo shoots. So they kind of have a form for that, so that it's technically legal. That it's like, oh, they're not showing skin and they're in bathing suits. So it's like a thing that is there. Even like the artist of Oshino Code did like a comic on it. So it's a thing that's known. But it's, again, like child beauty pageants. It's messed up. Nobody likes it. But it's technically not illegal. So you kind of just gotta roll with the punches.
Fair. I would like to see statistics on like how much those kind of books actually sell, and if it's like a genuine popular thing.
Yeah, I'd imagine like the more, because they do have like the separate magazine of just standard woman in bikini, and those are like a normal thing that like most people know about. Even like when I was researching like import items, that comes up like a lot. So it's like decently popular, but those specific types of like idol type comics, definitely like probably look into statistics for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or why can I walk 20 minutes into like the drinking district and there'll be girls there, underage girls, older women, all kinds of women selling themselves, working in strip clubs, so that they can pay their way in society because the wage here is so low.
That's literally everywhere in the world.
Why aren't you helping those girls?
Yeah.
We now know because of like COVID that a lot of it is because they're just in abusive households, and a lot of them ran away because like COVID made them stay with their abusive parents longer. Why aren't you helping them? Why aren't you like starting a fund or like a thing in there? Because you're like, you got so many, you're calling it out. It's like, well, I don't have time or money or blah, blah, blah. It's like, help them. Because they're gonna need a parental figure in their life. That's why they ran away, because they didn't have one.
It's just funny to hear people talk about prostitution like this, as if it isn't referred to as the world's oldest profession. Like, prostitutes are everywhere. When ladies can't, like, make money, they turn to prostitution. When guys can't make money, they turn to robbing people.
In Japan, some of them also turn to be prostitutes. That's what we call sometimes the host club industry.
In some countries, they've just legalized them being prostitutes.
Yep.
Like, how do you, like, if Japan is so nice, why does it have these problems that everywhere else in the world has? Because it's impossible to get rid of those.
They said the safest country, not a utopia. Yeah.
Like, you're never gonna get rid of prostitution. Like, I guarantee, even if the world is a utopia and everybody has, like, everything cared for, there's still gonna be some women that do it for personal enjoyment. 100%. Or because they just really enjoy the attention.
We even got, like, OnlyFans. You got, like, a lot of these women, they ain't poor, and they still do OnlyFans because they're like, I just want a bit of extra cash.
Yeah. Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super dumb psycho gaijin. That is all. And then Wolfsbane says, cough Hassan cough, who said that?
And the minimum wage here hasn't changed since the 80s. Why is that?
That's actually pretty normal for every country again. Like, it fucking sucks. Trust me.
If you're saying that the yen is low since the 80s, why are you here?
Yeah, why'd you move to Japan?
Because is it because you're rich?
Yeah. But also, that's just every country. Countries have not been increasing the minimum wage. Fun news, lady. A lot of the world sucks.
And why is it that in my whole time of living here, I've been living here for a year, that I have been assaulted, felt more uncomfortable here, and felt just so weird about myself and my body around men in particular, and especially going places. That's why I don't like going places without my boyfriend, than I ever have while living in Australia. And I've only been here a year. Why is that? Is that because Japan is so modest? No.
I just don't believe these.
No, I don't believe it either, because we recently had a bunch of cases of Australian children just harassing a bunch of Asian people. So maybe it's because you're not Asian and you're not experiencing any of that in Australia. Whereas here, it's like, wow, why are all these foreigners so weird? Which has like several different implications. Is just all I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't feel weird, but what I am saying is I think it's kind of a weird statement you're saying there, lady.
Why do I feel so uncomfortable here? It's probably because everybody looks different than you, and you're not used to that. I can almost guarantee it.
Oh.
Especially in Tokyo, there is a facade of respectful and give and take. There is a deep, dark sexual problem with Japan, and we don't talk about it enough. Japan has a problem with sexuality and the objectification of women, and especially women that are minors. And that's why I'm not a big fan of the whole anime thing. Sorry to burst your bubble. I'm just not.
Women's bodies are used to sell products.
Okay, bro.
Facsimiles of women's bodies are merch. Women are edited and portrayed in impossible proportions, meant to cater to and groom male fantasies and female insecurities.
I don't know if you've noticed this, by the way, but she didn't make her background cover all the way to the side of the screen. So there's like just this strip.
It's not showing on your stream, but yeah. I can see it on my end.
Yeah, well, you can see it in the watch together. There's just this strip.
Yep.
It's the world's smallest strip. Here, maybe really quick chat. I could pop it open for you so you could see it. Can you see it right there, chat, on the end? That itty bitty strip of the window, just not big enough. Trust me, on my end, it's like, because when she's talking, you can, for some reason, you can see stuff moving in the background on it. So it's genuinely, like, just distracting me right now. Oh Lord, I see it, yeah. Yeah, no, I could see it, like, very clearly, and it's killing me. Don't worry, chat, we'll close it in for you, so you guys don't have to look at it. Just know I'm dealing with that the whole time. It's been there since the video started.
We're gonna trigger Mizu's OCD.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to lose it on that.
Purities. Women are drawn with impossible and sexualized proportions.
Let's talk about sexualization in anime and why it's bad.
But they're not real. This is like where we end up at the part where it's like, so you're talking about, like, our society has, like, all of these sexualized pictures of real-life women, but Japan is worse because they use drawings. Like, do you never hear yourself?
Can't say anything, because if I say anything, I'm gonna get banned.
All I'm gonna do is I'm going to read this super chat. From the Muslim. That's not me saying anything, YouTube. That's my chat.
I'm not saying anything either.
The number one reason is that it alienates an entire half of the population, and it makes an otherwise good anime or manga completely unrelatable. I want to be clear, there's a huge difference between an anime that has a few jokes here and there, like FMA, and one where the sexualization has become so rampant that it just feels...
Can you pause that? I like how she just glossed over that joke about FMA, because that specific scene, it literally says with Roy Mustang that when he becomes the new head of the organization, he says, "I'm going to demand that every woman wear tiny mini skirts." It's what It's like, brother, what's relatable about that?
Also, thank you, Internet Zen Master says, hijab spotted, opinion discarded on anything sexualized. Yeah, no, like, citing somebody as an authority on sexualization that is a part of a religion where they can't even show their hair because it's considered too sexualized is it's fucking not working. It is not on, bro.
Not hello based.
Disgusting. Like One Piece. What the hell was this scene? I love One Piece so much, but when scenes like this come on, I consider quitting. It's super sad because One Piece didn't used to be like this. Like, there were still some sexualization and sex jokes, but I felt that overall the women were respected. Like, now when, like, Hirokoshi's main running gag is...
Fun fact, you can get one of those tiny little earphone microphones that have a pop filter built in.
Yep.
Fucking
Not
get
only
one!
that, I don't understand why people, like, Nami didn't used to be like this. Nami didn't look like that before. Yeah, that's because Oda fell in love with his wife. Here's the thing. There is a difference between pre-time skip Nami and post-time skip Nami. Pre-time skip Nami, Oda thought she was hot. Post-time skip Nami is his wife, and he loves his wife a bit too much. That's literally it. It's literally he loves his wife too much. And apparently the Toei animators love her a bit too much too.
It's like sexualization. Like, she's harassed by men so much, it's painful. And people will say, like, oh, it's shonen, what do you...
Did you hear that?
That's why
She's main running gag is like sexualization. Like, she's harassed by men so much, it's painful. And people will say, like, oh, it's...
No! No! What do you mean?
it's like, yeah, you're on. And I realized, no, it sounds way too close to the...
What do you mean?
Okay, what is it? Don Hato, you're saying Hirokoshi, that's Oda woman. No, she's trying to say Shirahoshi, which is the girl in which is the princess, the mermaid princess in One Piece. So you're not even saying the name right, and her whole thing is the fact that she's a scaredy cat. And yes, she is the most beautiful princess. That's not really her big running gag. It's just princess that's hot. That's it. Oh
my god.
Oh no, that's not me. That's not me, Satoru. That came from the video.
She has a ceiling bird. No. Oh. I saw like an unironically like a 10-minute long video that did like a overly detailed breakdown on like the mental problems that people who can't replace their batteries have.
Oh, please send me that video. I need it.
Mr. Monkey for 5, Black Husband confirmed.
Kendra actually changes her batteries. I've talked about this before. We have one that we need to replace because it's busted, because every time we put the battery in, every time we turn the air conditioning on, it just sets it off every single time, and I just chuck that thing in the bottom of the sink.
My favorite one is, I think I've told you this one before, is that was like some high school girl that like beat the crap out of another girl that like, oh no, it was I think it was the baton runner one, right? Where she was upset that the girl was passing her, so she beat her in the back of the head with the baton as she was running past her. And she goes on the news to give like an interview about how actually she's the victim, because people are harassing her now that they'd seen the video of her beating the shit out of this girl with the baton. And in the interview, somebody timed it in a 30-second time frame. And apparently, the chirps are actually normalized across all fire detectors, like legally speaking. So, they like it. It's like a safety thing. So somebody timed it in the single cycle for a fire detector, they heard 4 individual beeps. So they didn't just have one fire detector missing batteries in their house. They had 4. And the entire interview, you would just hear cheep, 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 like every couple seconds. Oh, it's ridiculous. Thank you, Internet Zen. Muhammad, come in. You know what? I'm not going to glow. Not worth the investment here. Also, this woman would die if shown the stuff Rumiko Takahashi made. God bless Lady Rumiko.
That's a lie on your end, because people don't even realize that the author of Full Metal Alchemist is a woman, let alone Rumiko Takahashi exists.
Fair.
And you think I'm lying, but I've seen it in the wild. Genuinely, people don't even realize she is a woman until there is an internet argument, and then people are like, the author of Full Metal Alchemist is a woman?
Now, we see it in these videos all the time where they're like, you don't understand, the anime manga industry is just like completely exclusively men. Like, it's not, though. It's like it's literally like half women.
No, they actually put out a statistic a while ago. Most of the women are anonymous because 77% of mangaka are women.
Yeah.
It's just most of them are either like anonymous, or they are public, or they have children and they don't want to really be bothered.
Yeah.
Now, some of them do hide for harassment reasons, but that is like a tiny minority.
Exactly. Wasn't Bayonetta designed by a woman? Yes, Bayonetta was also designed by a woman.
Yup.
Shonen, what do you expect? But if I don't watch shonen, I don't get to watch action or adventure anime really at all. Like, I just...
Yes,
What?
you do! What are you smoking?
There's literally going to be a remake soon of Magical Knights Ray Earth that is made by women, designed for women, and is an action mecha magical girl series. And that's getting a remake. There's still the 90s version that's existed for like a long time.
What if I don't watch shonen? I can't watch action adventure. There aren't any.
There's also was it Knights of Escaflowne? There's like a ton of series out there that aren't mainstream, that have like action series and are still shoujo related, or seinen, or josei. Like get out of your comfort zone, bro.
Like, you might not believe this, chat, but the one thing all of these people always have in common is they're shonen watchers. Like, exclusively only watch shonen every time.
just want to enjoy the show.
Women are shown on screen, in music, and literature to need and want romance to be fulfilled, and for sexual subservience to her man to be integral to her own satisfaction. Women are animated to be hypersexual, either purposefully or accidentally for the satisfaction of a male audience, often placed directly in the role of recipient through a male character they are meant to imprint on. There is a genre of anime known as shoujo, which is a genre that includes anime made for young girls and is characterized by its focus on romance, drama, and personal growth. The art styles used are notably different and caters to the female gaze, not to be mistaken as the same level.
Black Butler is not shoujo. Black Butler
I will say I've never heard anyone call Black Butler shoujo. I have heard people say it's like the girl anime though.
It's the Fujoshi anime. It's a shonen, and the author clearly drew Shotokan in the past, and we all know it. We all know it. We all know what they are.
It's that meme of like, I know what you are, but I can't prove it.
Exactly.
I know what you are, but I can't prove it.
What is it, like, even better? Black Butler was serialized in the same magazine as Full Metal Alchemist, so there's literally no excuse. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Black Butler is P. Just don't watch the anime.
Fair.
The male gaze, which has behind it a threat of violence and the resources and social power to create real impact.
I'm sorry, I gotta go back. What the fuck?
Caters to the female gaze, not to be mistaken as the same level of impact as the male gaze, which has behind it a threat of violence and the resources and social power to create real impact.
What? The fuck do you mean? What does that mean? Not to be confused with the male gaze, which is predicated on violence and the ability to create social impact. Like, what the?
Chat, I want you to realize Mizu sent this to me like in DMs only a few hours ago. I only watched around like probably like less than a minute. I'm being blown away by this. I didn't realize how bad this would be. Keep in mind also, Black Butler is like, it's not ultra violent. There's so much violence in this series still though. Never mind Black Butler 2, non-canon as it is, that literally talked about the horrors of sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my gosh.
You know, the female gaze is good, but the male gaze is about violence and politics. It's like, what the what?
Ironic. I guess Yona of the Dawn is shonen.
That line is still killing me. There's a line on the left side now too.
Yeah.
There's a line on the left side now too.
Checkboxing everything. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's so. Oh my gosh. This is so terrible.
We're about to learn about the female gaze.
We're 5 minutes into a 30-minute video, but
merely refers to a reflection of the female desire, which is in turn greatly impacted by the demands of society she lives in.
What? I'm gonna go back, and we can hear them both back to back.
Or to create real impact. The female gaze merely refers to a reflection of the female desire, which is in turn greatly impacted by the demands of society she lives in.
So the male gaze is violence and politics. The female gaze is just a reflection of female desire.
Okay, bro.
Internet Zen. Black Butler is definitely written for fujoshis. It is okay. Also, did they make social impact claim that only men can do it in a post-Me Too era? And Wolfsbane says, isn't it politics, just female social toxicity? Line. True.
Hence why many romance shows and dramas exist which center around a rich man falling for a working-class woman, the induction into luxury, and an end goal of marriage. It is in no way revolutionary or counterculture, and while men may dislike the genre, it still grooms women into wanting a specific type of life. And
she's saying shoujo anime is grooming women into wanting a hot, rich husband.
It's like, well, that's unattainable. I wish it wasn't. I want a hot husband.
Okay,
rich,
so
I want so much money.
So shonen is grooming young boys into wanting a hot, assertive wife. Like, I don't.
No, it's violence.
It's violence and politics.
You see, shonen is about violence and the male aggression and politics. Shoujo is about grooming.
I just like the idea that the only reason a woman would want her husband to be hot, rich, and successful is because she was groomed into wanting that.
Like, the guy doesn't even have to be terrible. It's, I want better for myself.
Like, what are you talking about?
Like, she made shonen out to be like all these downsides, and shoujo's like, man, I can't believe you want money and a good life.
So funny.
expecting a certain role within it. It still leads women into the domestic sphere. Some of the shows are worse than others, especially when it comes to sexuality and romance and the portrayal thereof, or when rape is romanticized.
Please stop using Diabolical Lovers as an example of what women want. Everybody made fun of Diabolical Lovers. I haven't even watched it and I've made fun of Diabolical Lovers.
Diabolical Lovers is for a very specific kind of woman. It is not to groom women into wanting this. It was made for a very, very specific kind of woman. Was it written by a man, actually?
It's a visual novel. It's a visual novel series, so it's like a group of people did it.
Yeah, but you'd think there would be like one person over the top of it.
Oh gosh, let's see. Diabolical Lovers. Diabolic Lovers. Who made it?
So the only like named person cited for it is Shinobu Tagashira.
Shinobu Tagashi. Shinobu
It
is
Sailor Moon Super S, the movie Black in the animation department. Character designer for I Want to Escape Princess Lessons.
Shinobu is more commonly a girl's name.
Yeah.
So I think we found the particular type. Oh, never mind. They have their Twitters deleted. But basically, what I'm hearing is this is Shinobu's thing, and they always depict themselves as female. So I'm assuming that Shinobu was the type of woman who liked Diabolic Lovers, considering they made it.
Yeah, so she was the director. The writer was Seiko Nagatsu.
Seiko is also a girl's name.
This one looks like it might actually be a man with a girl's name.
Okay. Because I know some of them are like, it's like leaning more girl's name, but there's a lot more gender neutral names too.
I actually don't know. There's not much on any of the people that were involved in Diabolic Lover. That's actually like they have a list of all the people that worked on this, but basically none of them seem to like exist outside of their listing. They must have not wanted to be involved with it either.
Something about reputational damage to their family if they found out.
There was 12 episodes, an OVA, a video game, another video game.
Yep, the visual novels.
Another video game, another video game. There was 5 games of this.
Listen, this went on for a while. This game, everybody likes the brothers, basically. Listen, brothers complex exists.
Oh, sorry, there's only 5 games listed on the side, but there's 7 games in total. And a 12-episode anime with an OVA.
Yep.
Fucking Idea Factory, really?
Oh yeah, Idea Factory.
No more cooking for them. They're not allowed to cook anymore.
Listen, they make games for women. It's not my fault.
They make the Neptunia games.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, though, they were actually just the publisher. The creator was somebody called like Resant. Sorry, is Rejet. Who looks like basically all they've really made is Diabolic Lovers, as well as a couple other. Yeah, it looks like all they make is games where women get with a bunch of men. At least judging by the pictures of these.
Yeah, Otome games, reverse harems.
Apparently a new thing on their current their page is Diabolic Lovers 10th anniversary.
It worked, didn't it? They've been in business. Business is booming.
True. Internet Zen, if it was grooming propaganda, then Shinzo Abe wouldn't be telling Japan to have kids because it clearly didn't work. And then thank you, Satoru. Not to be too rude, but what are they putting in the water to make so many of these inept inbreds we always have to endure the opinion of? I don't know.
Well,
it's funny that they saw Diabolic Lovers and they're like, no, you don't understand. It was actually extremely popular and everyone loved it.
I mean, a specific niche definitely loved it. I've seen the Otome subreddit.
Fair.
There are people who like the game. They'll criticize it all they want. They still bought all of them.
It is a very specific woman, though. But yeah, as far as I could tell, this was likely directed by a woman. So, you know. You can't blame, like, everything on the fucking male gaze when women constantly make this.
Not fluoride.
And abusive relationships are painted as dark and alluring. The same elements that drew in audiences to Twilight and other young adult pairings are magnified through anime in the cultural lens of Japanese culture.
Twilight has jack all to do with anime. Shut the fuck up. And I had to sit through all 6 of those movies with my mom. I
know what she's talking about because Diabolic Lovers is basically the vampire. It's basically Vampire Twilight, but harem. And no, she's gonna bring up Vampire Night because that's what all these people do.
Also, when are we actually getting to Ouran Host Club?
Later in the video. Eventually. I'm just gonna complain about like 50 other anime real quick.
There's 6 movies? I think there's 6 movies. My mom forced me to watch all of them. Twilight movies. The Twilight Saga film series. Does it have just all of them listed somewhere? Make it like so fucking hard to read. Maybe it was just, no, there were 5 because it was Twilight, Twilight New Moon, Twilight Eclipse, Twilight Breaking Dawn, Part 1, Part 2. Yeah, 5. But it's because Breaking Dawn got split into 2 parts. I was close.
Music capitalism, Harry Potter.
Look, chat, I have enough brain damage from having to watch all of them. I can't be bothered to remember how many there were.
Technically, you can technically add 50 Shades of Grey since that's a Twilight spinoff.
I wasn't forced to watch that. If my mother forced me to watch 50 Shades of Grey with her, I would have gouged my eyes out. I do not need to know if my mother watched that.
Not Team Edward Mizu.
I was team, I hope everybody dies. I've talked about this before. Like I said, I had to physically go to the theater because my mother insisted I go because my parents were like in the middle of a divorce, so I had to be her mandate to the Twilight movies. So I was in there with my mom, my cousin who also loved the Twilight movies, and like a bunch of other women that brought their boyfriends or husbands, and like you could just tell that every guy in there hated that they were there. And it's either Breaking Dawn 1 or 2, where it ends with a huge big battle where literally everybody dies, and you could hear all the women in the theater gasping, and every dude going, yes, yes, kill his ass, yes. And then it gets revealed that it was all just a vision, and none of it actually happened, and you could hear like an audible, like, oh, out of every guy in there. Like there was just like an audible, oh my god, they're not dead. Anyways, that was my experience with Breaking Dawn 2 in the movie theater.
One show which is often hailed as one of the staples of the genre, and yet as a revolutionary or subversive entry, is Ouran High School Host Club. I didn't watch this one until college, but upon getting through the first few episodes, I could easily see why it had charmed the hearts of many. The cast is interesting and funny, and although some characters are less fleshed out than others, this works in its favor as it allows the audience to imprint what they want on them. The main character, Haruhi, stands out amongst other reversed harem heroines for having a strong personality and for her gender nonconformity. The animation holds up, and it's aged relatively well, and was even progressive for its time. However, I think that the nostalgia and enjoyment that many find in the series has caused them to overlook that Ouran didn't escape from the same traps of other series. There are seriously problematic elements that many viewers don't recognize for what they are. Broadly, I could discuss more topics, but in this video, I'd like to focus on 3 main categories. Lesbophobia.
What? The show about a woman with a harem of cute twinks doesn't have lesbians? Who would have guessed?
Have you seen Ouran? I just want to ask.
I've seen parts of it. I've not watched all of it. I couldn't sit through it.
I know what they're gonna talk about. There's several characters that they're probably gonna talk about. I know about gender presentation, which means they're gonna talk about Ronka, which, by the way, best dude.
Number 3, the portrayal of women we don't like.
I know exactly what character they're gonna talk about for that one.
What, you're telling me the female harem anime doesn't have lesbians in it? Who would have guessed?
Lesbians in it. Oh no, they have lesbians in it. I know exactly what they're gonna talk about because there's a certain other school in there. A certain Labelli Academy.
Gender presentation, and the portrayal of women we don't like. But for those of you who have never seen Ouran, let me go over the plot. The comedic series revolves around the escapades.
What is that random ass TikTok you put in the background of a guy walking around with a book?
It's to show, it's to mimic those other things where people have like B footage, but it like does not work because it's a TikTok.
They just
use a PNG.
Have you
Just use a
noticed like
PNG
literally every
else.
clip they're using is from TikTok? Like even this anime one you
Yeah.
can see at the top is from TikTok.
Yup.
Fucking brain rotted. Jesus Christ.
Of Haruhi Fujioka, a scholarship student at the prestigious Ouran Academy, an elite private school for rich kids located in Bunkyo, Tokyo. Looking for a quiet place to study, Haruhi stumbles upon the otherwise abandoned third music room, a place where the host club, a group of 6 male students, gathers to entertain female clients with food, themed parties, and flirtatious conversation and behavior. During their initial encounter, Haruhi accidentally destroys an antique vase valued at 8 million yen, about 60,000 USD, and must work off the debt as the club's errand boy. Her short hair, slouching attire, and gender-ambiguous face cause her to be mistaken by the host for a male student, though they soon realize her actual gender and the fact that she's a natural at entertaining girls. In response, they decide to promote her to a member of the host club so that she may work off her debt by procuring a certain number of clients by the time she graduates, all while concealing her gender from the rest of the student body, as well as their growing feelings for her. The series is a giant parody that has a lot of themed episodes. Rather than go through all of them, I'll only be recapping aspects relevant to my criticism.
You know, I think we talked about this before in another video where they complained about the twins and said that like it was a problematic twincest angle. I'm surprised that was not in her list of problems.
Oh my god. It's because people always do the whole thing with like the whole thing of, oh well, it's a parody, so it's okay, or it's a parody but it's still problematic, so it's okay because I'm criticizing it. And it's like, brother, the reason why they're here is because women like Fujoshi incest. That's it. People like Fujoshi incest. I personally think the twins are the hottest one. Would I ship them together? No, but they're still hot, and there's still women that like to ship the twins. That's why people like the twins. That's it. It's not that hard.
Kendra just wants to make a reverse Oreo.
Listen, as they said in the show, they said it straight up in the show. There are 2 of them. There's 2 of them, and they both look the same, and they're both equally hot. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
Also, thank you, Smug Crow. This glitch would not survive the Wallflower anime.
Oh, I know what they're talking about. So Wallflower kind of has a similar premise to Ouran. The art is kind of if you're into the more realistic but still anime-ish type thing. But it's also about a girl who thinks she's ugly, and she has a harem of stylish men who make her stylish.
I see. Wallflower anime. I don't really like that style.
Yeah, I saw it. The trailers also didn't help when Funimation posted it in the past. It's trying to mimic older anime like Boys Over Flowers, but it just doesn't work.
I don't like that kind of style.
Yeah.
As for the characters, there are a few that are considered main characters. Haruhi Fujioka. After her mother died 10 years prior, Haruhi took on many responsibilities around the house as her father worked to support them. Her father, working at what is essentially a drag club, and her mother's job as a lawyer, have resulted in a young woman who is not preoccupied with how she's perceived by others, and is instead focused on the practicalities of everyday life, as well as working towards her goal of becoming a lawyer like her mom. She is fiercely independent, able to see others clearly, and despite her emotional intelligence, is sexually oblivious. Tamaki Suo. The half-blood son of the chairman of Ouran Academy, Tamaki is flamboyant and dramatic, and yet very kind and willing to help others. He is the princely type and takes the role seriously in helping make girls happy. He's the main comic relief and spends much of the series under the delusion that his feelings for Haruhi are paternal and not romantic.
You know what this makes me think of? I feel like this is a girl who unironically watched this and loved literally every second of it, like adored it, and then watched some TikToks calling it problematic, and they're like, no, I have to like hate my favorite.
No, I've seen some of them. That you're not wrong. The amount of people I've seen under those types of videos, not even just TikTok, even in YouTube shorts. Gosh, it is so annoying. It's like, just like your series. It doesn't matter. It's like that one tweet I saw earlier today of, I think I should stop reading books because every author I see is problematic.
Yeah. Oh, that was the one that was going around today. That's how this reads, though. This doesn't read like somebody that hates this. This reads like somebody that absolutely adores it, and they have to come up with a reason why it's bad.
Yep. It's contrarianism. Contrarianism is in.
Grandmother dislikes him for his heritage and often makes his life difficult by preventing him from seeing his mother, getting rid of the host club, and making him live in a secondary mansion away from the others in his family. Kyoya Otori. Kyoya is the youngest of 4 sons and therefore assumed to have no chance at inheriting the family company. Through his friendship with Tamaki, he attempts to rise to his true potential to succeed anyhow. He is the vice president of the club, Tamaki's best friend, and the Shadow King, who is the one who truly runs everything. In addition to being the cool glasses type, he often schemes and manipulates others and has extensive dossiers on those around him. Hikaru and Kaoru Hitachin. Prior to the host club,
why did you say it like that?
Hitachin?
It's Hitachi.
No, it's Hitachin. From now on, they are Hitachin.
I'm gonna hit the chin. Speaking of hitting chins. My God.
And were distrustful of anyone around them due to being perceived as interchangeable. They are the definition of codependent, and their draw to the host club is forbidden brotherly love. They view the world as being us versus them, and for the most part, treat those around them as toys or distractions. Mitsukuni.
Are you really made this whole video about like everything being problematic about this anime, and you're just not gonna touch on the incest bit other than saying, oh, they're the forbidden brotherly love type. You mean the incest?
Me. No, it's forbidden brotherly love. They say it like that in the shows.
Honey Zuka. Honey, despite his small size, is much older than the rest of the cast, and from a martial arts family well renowned for their fighting ability. He's fond of sweets and cute things, which Tamaki convinced him to no longer hide, and is often portrayed as being more childish than the rest of the hosts. And finally...
Surprised you didn't say something about the 1,000-year-old lolly excuse. It's
no
just weird, like what they call out, right? Like you're calling it out for it being misogynist. It's like, okay, we're not going to talk about the lollies. We're not going to talk about the incest. Like, we're not going to talk about the one dude that you admitted just like goes around manipulating the shit out of people to get what he wants. It's kind of rapey, bro.
Takashi, Mori, Zuko. Mori and Honey come in a pair for the most part due to a long master-servant relationship between the two families. Although joined in marriage 2 generations back, Mori is still very protective of his cousin, Honey, and is considered the wild type. This is the main general cast, though I will introduce new characters as they arise in my examination. So, without further ado, number 1, Lesbophobia. During episode 9, a challenge from Lobelia Girls Academy, Benibara Amakusa, head of the Zuka Club at St. Lobelia Girls Academy, chances upon Haruhi and instantly realizing that she is a girl, tries to convince her to enroll at her school and her club. Along with 2 of her club mates, they disparage the host club and men in numerous ways, revealing their lesbian natures and belief in female superiority. Tamaki's half-Japanese/half-French background is revealed, and Haruhi learns that one of her personal belongings was auctioned off on the host club's online auction site. She leaves the club in anger, and when convinced that Haruhi might be upset enough to transfer to St. Lobelia, the host Dawn fully dresses to show her that she can be around boys and girls at the same time as she remains at Ouran. Haruhi finds this hilarious, but shares that she came to Ouran Academy for a specific reason and never planned on leaving. The Zuka Club girls leave but refuse to give up, warning that they will be back for Haruhi.
Honestly, the Shota's the only one that looks good in a dress.
Oh yeah, no, it's literally the joke that everyone looks ridiculously goofy. Even Kyoya's like, listen, I'm just here just to make sure they're not doing something stupid.
Everyone looks ridiculously goofy, except for the Shota and like the manipulative guy. He actually looks like an unironically like genuine woman in the background.
Oh yeah, no, like it's like everyone looks really stupid. I love the fact that Kyoya just joined in anyway. He's like, I'm just here to make sure y'all aren't being stupid.
Yeah. I don't know, like he works it in the background. Absolute slay on manipulative guy.
Oh yeah, no. He's ironically enough, so nobody really ships him with Haruhi because he's that guy. Like he's like people would consider him more of a brother than like shipping material with Haruhi, unless you're like one of those five. You're one of the five. You're one of the 5 fans that ship them together. But yeah, no, he's like a sleeper character of like, wow, you're actually hotter than I remember.
Also, yeah, no, chat's right. He's kind of pulling Bayonetta right now. He's giving Bayonetta, chat. He's giving Bayonetta. Thank you, Internet Zen. This woman is literal evidence of women value consensus social research, and her consensus is built on TikTok.
That she came to Ouran Academy for a specific reason and never planned on leaving. The Zuka Club girls leave but refuse to give up, warning that they will be back.
I gotta say though, the Shota works it too. Absolutely adorable.
It's Honey Senpai. He's adorable every which way.
For Haruhi. So at a glance, this seems like just any other episode. However, as I was rewatching the series, it occurred to me how lesbophobic the premise was. Let me explain. Lobelia is an all.
You're a real pearl among swans.
You cut the shit out of that. I did not do that, chat. That was them.
I was about to say.
They cut the shit out of that.
Any other episode. However, as I was rewatching the series, it occurred to me how lesbophobic the premise was. Let me explain. Lobelia is an all.
You're a real pearl.
Lobelia is an all.
Among swine.
You know, coffee made by a maiden always has a more fragrant aroma.
But this stuff's just instant.
How about the 4 of us have a little tea party?
You girls have it all wrong! Don't you see there's nothing to be gained in a romantic relationship between 2 women? If that were the case, then why did God create Adam and Eve?
Please tell me that was only in the dub.
Oh no. So the whole thing with Tamaki is that he likes Haruhi, but he doesn't really know it. Like basically, like the reviewer explained, he treats it as like parental. He just doesn't want Haruhi to date anyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love this dub so much. So goofy.
I hated it.
Ouran's one of like the really few like this was like a really good dub. Everybody did pretty well.
Yeah, chat reinforces my question. So was that line dub only or not?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Kendra, answer the question.
What is it? Remember, what is it? Because I know like the director behind it. She's usually really accurate with these types of things. The director, because every project she tries to be accurate as possible. So I would not be surprised. Let me see.
Maybe I just don't like it because it's not made for me.
I mean, it's like most people say, Ouran is for like women who have watched Otome for so long, and it's a breath of fresh air to see like the parody-ish type stuff. Like you only get this if you are into that. Eat your hamburgers, Mizu.
Oh. In the original, he says, "My daughter should not date so early." See, that's what I was thinking. Because typically, like, anime will reuse scenes sometimes to drag stuff out. However, that doing that 3 times over doesn't feel like they were extending the scene out. If they were doing that, I feel like they would have just had him keep running. The repeat seems like they were doing it so they could add in more lines, which is a common thing they used to do in localization. Was they
the repeat. Oh no, the repeating of him like walking over and over again, that's normal for Ouran.
Fair.
It's basically one of those things where it's like this scene is longer in the line sounds longer in Japanese, so we probably got to fill in. But he does say stuff like this sometimes. Like a whole thing like episodes later where like he tries to convince he tries to like get this new guy out, and he's like he's like as Haruhi's dad, I forbid you from dating. And he's like, are you like her actual dad? And he's like, no. Do you know her mom? I never met her. Then you're not her dad. Just KO'd from there.
Painful.
If that were the case, then why did God create Adam and Eve?
All girls private school. Perhaps unlike all boys schools, all girls schools are often considered a hotbed for lesbianism. In Georgia, historical women's college, Agnes Scott, was well known for its high lesbian population. I checked out the college for that specific reason. And this...
Would you like to repeat that?
I'm not saying you can't be gay.
In Georgia,
I'm not saying... I'm sorry.
Women's College, Agnes Scott, was well known for its high lesbian population. I checked out the college for that specific reason.
I'm not saying you can't be gay or you can't discover yourself in a school that is known for like acceptable gay relationships. That's a weird way to phrase that.
I chose my school specifically because it's filled with lesbians.
Like it kind of sounds like you're trying to. It's like people
you sound
that say,
like
I'm
a sex pest.
Yeah, it's like those people that go to Asia and it's like, I want a green card wife.
Or like imagine a guy saying, "Oh yeah, I picked this college because the women are easy." Like, okay, I guess it sounds a little creepy though.
And this is built on within the episode with the obvious portrayal of members of the Zuka Club as being lesbians, furthermore, man-hating lesbians. And these man-hating lesbians attempt to romance and steal Haruhi away from Ouran Academy, regardless of her actual feelings on the matter. In their second appearance in the episode, Lobelia Girls Academy Strikes Back, the girls of St. Lobelia Girls Academy still want Haruhi Fujioka to join them. Benio, Benibara, and Makusa and her lackeys will stop at nothing to involve Haruhi in the White League Lily League's Zuka Club production, whose final scene is Haruhi receiving her first kiss from none other than the president of the White Lily League herself. It's up to the Ouran Host Club and Ryoji Ranka Fujioka, Haruhi's dad, to save her from Benio's amorous intentions and to rescue her from the tacky maidens without incurring the wrath of the Benibara fan club.
Don't let her go! This is not over yet! I don't care how many kisses she's had, the next one will be mine!
Oh my gosh, I love this scene so much.
In this episode, the Zuka Club takes Haruhi under false pretenses, forces her to play a...
What is this B-roll?
I'm confused as
well.
Go
back to the TikToks. What is this B-roll?
This feels like a video that was like, well, all the other YouTubers use B-roll, so I'm just gonna use B-roll without realizing that, like, it's gotta be on topic.
Feminine.
Also, where the fuck is this Burger King at? Look at that Burger King. But I like... It's not like a lesbianophobia. It's a harem show, so like obviously there's gonna be lesbians in it. It's like a joke. Because the focus is on the woman getting dicked by all the guys.
Well, the thing is that it's lesbophobia because they hate men and they portray all lesbians as men haters.
I think the funny part is, like, you always hear about that, but it's like, you realize that's just, like, a high percentage of lesbians, right?
I mean, consider what I've seen on Twitter. There's a lot of women haters on there. You got some bait post on there that even if they don't hate women, even if they don't hate men, they get a high number of likes and people who unironically are like, yeah, no, screw that guy.
Exactly.
Submissive role to masculine Benibara, with the goal of taking her first kiss through social pressure created through her role in a public performance. These episodes perpetuate 3 forms of lesbophobia: lesbians as predators, straight women as victims of lesbians, and the man-hating lesbian trope.
The fuck are you talking about? The first 2 were not like the first 2 were not like normal tropes. Where have you ever heard lesbians are predators? I've literally never heard that before. You hear that with gay men.
Oh, God.
This is not a common trope with lesbians.
It's not a common trope with the lesbians. They usually portray lesbian some lesbians in like shows as like they're go-getters. They're gonna get their girl. They're gonna approach them as confidently as a man would.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, this TikTok line took me out.
Why do straight men watch lesbian porn? She's talking over it too, so we have no idea what this person is saying. Yeah, no, she chose a college specifically because it had a high percentage of women, specifically lesbians. You
like
are the stereotype that you're complaining about.
I'm like, okay, are you saying like you went to the college because like you feel safe there? Because again, without context, it just sounds like you're going there to just like find someone, and that's kind of, you shouldn't be doing that regardless. Yeah.
Common problem within the anime community and fandom community at large, where lesbophobia by women and fetishization by men is common, and fetishization of gay men by women is also pretty common. Lesbians have long been excluded from the feminist movement as the focus centered on a heterosexual experience. This is partially due to the presentation of heterosexuality.
Look at this B-roll. She's trying to be like, you don't understand. Liking yaoi is different. You're such a...
Oh yeah, I've seen that in Fujoshi spaces.
As an integral part of the female experience, and because homosexuality is viewed as deviant. This attitude is what led to the creation of the Lavender Menace, a group of lesbian radical feminists that sought to create a movement that would censor them and consider their experiences. The phrase was coined by Now leader Betty Friedan, who used it at a Now meeting in 1969, claiming that outspoken lesbians were a threat to the feminist movement, arguing that the presence of these women distracted from the goals of gaining economic and social equality for women. It took until 1971 for lesbian issues.
To be fair, she was correct. Which is something like y'all gotta understand at the time where being gay was seen as like a super negative thing. If women trying to get women's suffrage were like, yeah, we want the right to vote and we want the right to kiss other women, yeah, they'd probably shoot their entire movement in the foot. Because at the time, that was just inappropriate. It's optics. Also,
yep.
why are you talking about optics from the 60s?
Because they clearly apply today.
Yeah. It's so dumb. Rossmann is a German dry goods store. Are they in Germany? Are there Rossmanns outside of Germany?
Choose to be included in the policies they sought to address and change. The exclusion of lesbian from women issues has been a result of the conflation of womanhood as being defined by her relation to man. Women who therefore choose not to associate with men, who lack an attraction to them, are thus portrayed as defective, as less woman, and are othered in a way that heterosexual women are not. The same goes for masculine women, who are automatically viewed as homosexual, as femininity is also in relation to men and a form of subservience. Masculine
This is like proper... You only took gender studies courses in college, didn't you? Like, exclusively.
Not only that, it's like, okay, this would make sense if you had proper B-roll that explained your point, but you keep ponying it at a Burger King. Like, you could have even, like, shown the statistics, shown the college. It's just Burger King. It's like that one meme comic of like, you can't just tell me Burger King and then leave me alone. Meezy, you all right? Oh.
I'm dying inside.
Positive in men and negative in women. Assertiveness becomes bossiness. Rationality becomes coldness. The traits viewed as feminine are submissive by nature, meaning that any form of agency in a woman is automatically ascribed a masculine label.
So this is something a lot of like hardcore feminist types don't seem to understand. They're like, oh, you're just calling me bossy because I'm assertive. No, I'm calling you bossy because you're being a bossy bitch. You genuinely don't understand that there is a difference in how you were acting versus how this guy over here was acting.
Oh my gosh.
Because this goes against the status quo, women are punished for masculinization, which is linked to homosexuality via the view of women as sex objects that are meant to be passive receptacles and not actors of sexual attraction. And from invisible to incorrigible, the demonization of marginalized women and girls, this experience is recognized as a masculinization framework, which lays the foundation for simplistic notions of good and bad femininity, standards that will permit the demonization of some girls and women if they stray from the path of true, passive womanhood.
It sounds like you fucking had ChatGPT write this. Nothing you said makes any sense.
We're back in the Burger King again. Again, if you had footage that carried your point, why do we keep going back to Burger King?
Also, somebody in chat said they're pretty sure this is in Luxembourg, in Germany.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Artemis. The king in Burger King is misogynistic, Kendra.
A review of the media fascination with bad girls and crime provides clear evidence of the assumption that if women begin to question traditional femininity, they run the risk of becoming like men, and that is more violent and sexually loose, often conflated with interest and involvement in lesbian activities, particularly in prison settings. In other words...
What?
Listen, lady.
Do you mean Orange is the New Black and literally nothing else? What are you talking about?
My thing is that, oh, this happens in prison settings. Yeah, it happens a lot in prison settings. I've had family that worked in prisons. Those prisons aren't pretty. This stuff happens in there, bro. And a lot of them become prison ladies. Oh.
Words, masculinity in women, often linked to homosexuality, is also associated with a criminal element. This relates to both the presentation of Benibara and the other Zuka Club members as being predatory, as well as in Haruhi's role as a straight woman in need of being saved from coercion into homosexuality.
Not the... I love Ouran so much.
This relates to both the presentation of Benibara and the other Zuka Club members as being predatory, as well as in Haruhi's role as a straight woman in need of being saved from coercion into
They're feminazis.
I'm not kidding about this. I'm so glad I'm learning Japanese because that literally just says woman. It's literally just woman. Woman.
It's so funny.
Never go full Roman.
You don't understand. They're making the lesbians look bad in this anime. Okay, well, what anime can lesbians not look bad in? Or like, what anime can lesbians look bad in? Because...
It's like it makes women look bad. Listen, there's some bad people out there. Some of them happen to be lesbian. That's it. Also, everybody in this anime is this goofy, by the way. I don't know why they're like, well, you see, it's a bad portrayal of women. Everybody's a piece of crap in this game.
homosexuality. That the Zuka Club is so dismissive and dislikes the host club specifically for their maleness completes the trifecta with the insinuation of man-hating. The man-hating lesbian is a long-standing trope of anti-feminism, which positions the solution to be
It has nothing to do with anti-feminism. What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, it's misogyny. It's people always be like, oh well, you see, misogyny is there's man haters, there's women haters, and it's like, yeah, that also means that there's gonna be man haters. That's just how life is.
Oh, it's so stupid.
The right man, or in more crude terms, a good fucking.
Nobody says a good fucking. They say a good dicking. At least get your terms right.
Oh my god.
In more crude terms, some might say a good fucking. Okay, lady. What is your problem?
What happens when you don't? This is what happens when you don't have like actual male fit friends, and no, not the male feminist friends. I mean, actual male friends.
It implies a lack of ideological grounding for feminism, which they view as an attack on the way of life, and often accuse of having gone too far. Pauline Harmonge, author of I Hate Men, notes the futility of fighting against these claims, as feminists have spent a lot of time and energy reassuring men that no, we don't really hate them, that they're welcome.
No, you have not. Not at all.
My thing is, again, even if you are not a man hater, there are man haters out there. Just like there are, not all men are women haters, but there are women haters out there. That's just how it is, bro.
Well,
you don't need
I've
to
dealt with this
justify
before,
it.
right? Because I used to be like overly involved with the feminist discussion, like back in the day. And they would all say the exact same thing. You don't understand. We love men. We're just trying to tear down the patriarchy because it hurts you too. And it's like, what are you talking about? It's like, you don't understand. Men control everything in society, so we have to take away your job and give it to a woman, and that will somehow help you in the future.
Okay.
And it's like,
okay, bro.
No, you could sit here and say all day that like, oh, we don't really hate men, but everything, all of your actions are just man hating. There's not a single thing you ever do to help men in reality. Just some bizarre claims that if somehow you ruin men's lives, it'll benefit everybody. It's dumb. And it's also one of those things, like, just because you can't convince people that you're a better person doesn't mean you shouldn't be a better person. And that book is a good example of it. Because she just goes, oh, well, you know, people think I hate men anyways, so I'm just going to actually hate men. It's like, well, then you didn't really have much principle, did you? At all. Because as soon as you couldn't get your way and get backpats, you turned on it. And that's the way a lot of these people act. These overly political people.
Not much has happened in exchange. Misandry lacks the resources and violence that misogyny does.
See? We're immediately there! I'm allowed to hate men, you're not allowed to hate women.
Was it misandry lacks the resources? That means that there's still resources, and that means they're still using them. They're still using whatever resources they have.
Gosh.
Worst, it hurts the feelings of the man it is targeted at. One might be familiar with the quote that a man in a room full of women is ecstatic, but a woman in a room full of men is terrified.
Yeah, that was, again, like another stupid feminist quote. Because you, in a room full of men, nothing's gonna happen to you.
My thing is, even if that's the case, that's implying that every woman, every man would be excited or terrified in this situation. It's blanket terming everyone.
Yeah.
What if we've seen OnlyFans girls? There was literally an article that came out this morning or yesterday of a woman who just was trying to collect over 10,000 condoms. Like, okay, bro.
Yeah.
Go off, I guess.
Entirely rational response to living in a patriarchal society, especially as a woman who does not have the romantic or sexual desire for a man.
No, it's not normal. And that's I hear this all the time. It's like, oh, it's completely normal for me to be terrified of every random man. No, it's not. You have a genuine mental problem and you need to go to a therapist. Like, it is completely not normal for you to constantly be terrified by your fellow man. It's fucking weird.
I understand the fear of wanting to go like out in the night and all that type of stuff, but the reason why is because there's a lot of things that happen at night, not just like a guy being suspicious.
Yeah,
like a wild animal can come out, anything. It's just terrifying.
A guy in front of your house in a hoodie at 2 a.m. is not scary because it's a guy. It's scary because it's some fucking weirdo at 2 a.m. by himself in front of your house.
Exactly.
I'd be more scared if it was a woman. If it's a guy, I can at least be like, okay, he's probably just acted a little strange. If it's a woman, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a fucking demon. I'm dying.
Like most like break-ins, when it's like a man, it's like, all right, he's gonna rob me. Hopefully I survive this. But then again, like a woman, it's like, what is your aim? I remember there was a Christmas a while ago where a woman knocked on our family door and she was like, hey, so can I borrow your phone? And we all collectively were like, no. Why do you need my phone? Like, just randomly on Christmas. And I'm like, you could be calling your family, or you could be planning to run into my home with like a bunch of guys in a bush. You could be the ringleader for all I know. So I'm just going to reject you and hope you have a lovely Christmas.
The combination of all three stereotypes, in addition to the presentation of the Zuka Club as buffoons or incompetent, altogether adds to a long-standing media history.
Everybody in Ouran Host Club is buffoons.
Everybody's incompetent in Ouran. You've shown clips of them being incompetent.
Yeah.
Tamaki is literally the butt of most of its jokes.
Exactly.
Tamaki literally thought he was cursed because he couldn't understand. He went to the wrong classroom. That was a French class, and thought he got cursed to not understand Japanese anymore. This gay man is not really that bright. That's a real thing that happens.
Thank you, Internet Zen. A guy with a hoodie at 2 a.m. Oh, hi, Jeff the Killer. But yeah, it's so weird. It's like, oh, and they're portrayed as buffoons. Everybody in the anime is portrayed as a buffoon. Why is...
Even Haruhi has their buffoonery moments.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Of a negative portrayal of lesbians. As a product of its time, one might be able to overlook these two episodes. All media is misogynistic to a degree, and I would call the media history of...
Girls flirting with girls is now my favorite TikTok genre.
Of lesbians. As a
and it's a guy that says, if I did this, I'd be seen as a predator. Yeah, that's how this is working. Like, you're...
Product of its time, one might be able to...
It's because you look like a guy is the problem. And it's not like, oh, people hate lesbians. It's like, no, guys are just seen as predators. This is literally an effect of your man-hating.
Most guys I've seen have that haircut, too. I would instantly think you were a guy. In fact, I almost did.
Like, that's
most guys have the Killmonger haircut.
Like, oh no, people are suspicious of me because I'm a lesbian. No, they're suspicious of you because you look like a man, and your man-hating has made people suspicious of men. It's such a dumbass.
Overlook these two episodes. All media is misogynistic to a degree, and I would call...
Actually, Keijo passes the Bechdel test in every single episode, so it is, by definition, a feminist masterpiece. Eat your heart out.
It has booty butts, Mizu. It has booty butts, and that appeals to the men.
But it's a feminist masterpiece.
Burger King, you're the hero of this video.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and watch a B-roll of fucking Burger King the whole time. I don't know why you chose this as your B-roll.
Just mute it and just mute the entire video, and it just be everybody's just gonna call up, oh, it's a Burger King.
Thank you, Baracho, for the super random guy at 2 a.m. I feel your pain. I also missed 24-hour Walmart. I'm pretty sure I still have 24-hour Walmart. It's just my Walmart never seems to have anything on the shelves.
Impossible to find any mainstream media which manages to portray anything in an ideologically pure state, which is of course not what I'm asking for. I watch and enjoy plenty of shows, movies, books, and songs which have messages I may critique or object to, but most of these are acknowledged for their faults. The original Star Trek was amazingly progressive for its time, but falls short by today's standards. Its accomplishments are often tempered with recognition of its faults. Meanwhile, Ouran has seen a bit of a revival, but it is either being consumed without critical analysis or is actively being interpreted as more progressive than it is.
Because no one gives a shit about your critical analysis. Like, to be quite frank.
I came here for an androgynously hot woman catering to a bunch of hot men.
Yes.
It's a harem.
When they always do this, it's like, you're not watching anime critically.
I didn't come to anime critically.
Like, I don't give a shit about watching it critically. I want to watch my harem.
I'm only ever going to interpret an anime critically if the series is meant to be critical.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm not going to be critical of the anime unless it does it badly, because the whole point is to get your own message out of it. That's the point. These people always do this where it's like, oh, I'm only consuming it critically, and it'll be like the most uncritical anime you've ever seen. Yo, one day we're gonna have someone be like, I watched an anime critically. It's gonna be one of the freaking Makenki specials. Or that guy earlier you said, like, I only watched To Love You.
I want to watch one of these shows, like the misogyny of Lupin III. Just like something extremely popular like that.
The ethical.
Oh, God.
Which brings me to my next point. Number 2, gender presentation. Haruhi Fujioka is mistaken for a boy when she enters the music room in search of a place to study. She's never very concerned about how others view her and is focused more on her studies than on her appearance. It is for this reason that she is initially mistaken for a boy and overlooked.
Listen, Senpai, I don't really care whether you guys recognize me as a boy or a girl. In my opinion, it's more important for a person to be recognized for who they are rather than for what sex they are.
Well, isn't this an interesting development?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, the twins were thinking of sandwiching the shit out of her immediately.
Oh yeah, no, straight up, like one of the twins like has a is like the other is the other love rival. The other one's gay.
Do you think he would do it just so their tips could touch at some point?
Yeah. I mean, he's literally his brother's wingman.
Yeah.
The entire premise of the show hinges on her continued gender nonconformity and essentially cross-dressing, and yet Haruhi is continually forced into and pressured into performing femininity. She is continually chastised for not being feminine enough, and one of the only reasons why she continues to present as male is because the host club dislikes the idea of other boys noticing her.
You know what?
No.
I think both of us would be a little peeved if we had to watch all the guys flirt with her. Then that settles it.
Yeah, that was the other love rival.
Otherwise,
why didn't you just get like an actual like recording of the show? Why did you like have somebody recording the screen?
Because I'm using TikTok B-roll footage.
Also, yes, chat, they're gonna Eiffel Tower the shit out of her. Otherwise known as the Devil's Triangle.
Also, the reason why they have to conceal her is they say it blatantly in the show. If Haruhi is just a normal girl and we end up showing that she is a girl, it's going to be harder for her to collect her debt. Add on to the fact that, again, Tamaki is in love with her but doesn't realize it, and Hikaru is also in love with her but doesn't realize it yet. They don't want her to get attention because they, again, state in the show that Haruhi was actually a pretty hot girl back in her original school and got a confession nearly every single day.
Yep.
So they're like, okay, we need you to collect your debt easily, and we don't realize we love you, but we kind of love you. You're going to stay as a host, and you're going to do male performing tasks. And when we need a girl to do girl things, so that because we're guys, We're gonna have you dress as a girl. That's literally it.
I'm afraid of what that means, Mizu. A devil's triangle or a devil's three-way is 2 men with 1 woman. An angel triangle or an angel's three-way is 2 women with 1 man. I am the degenerate chat.
Listen, I only know
How do
about
you
the
guys
Eiffel
not know
Tower
that?
because of Lucagen. I only know about the Eiffel Tower thing because of the Lucagen thing where she did it where she redrew it in Street Pass and then she forgot that Street Pass allows the image to be sent to multiple people's 3DS. So imagine drawing something cursed like that and it's just street passing everybody in a convention with a 3DS.
Both her friends and her father attempt to force her to be more feminine, finding ways to make her wear dresses and feminine disguises through trickery and outright manipulation, such as changing her packed clothes for more suitable ones. Today, many Ouran fans present this as being progressive and take Haruhi's gender nonconformity as proof of gender fluidity, or as a non-binary identity. However, doing so ignores how her gender presentation is treated within the story, as proof of being better or different than other girls and as a target for reform. The not like other girls trope typically was traditionally presented through women who have internalized misogyny.
Every time. Just call them a pick-me and get it over with. Jesus Christ.
What is it? I used to cringe so hard at I'm not like other girls phase until I realized that most little girls have this phase, and what they actually mean is I'm not a thoughtless, one-dimensional caricature of stupid stuff, which is all I've been taught to believe girls are. How can women be viewed so poorly that little girls everywhere all think they're unique just for having independent thoughts and interests? Here's my thing with that. I was one of those girls, and I didn't even know the not like other girls thing existed. It's not because of they were taught that way. It was because there were annoying girls around me, stuff like Justin Bieber, and my sister was one of those standard girls, and I just didn't understand why she liked stuff like that so much.
Well, I would point out that this is not like a women exclusive thing. This is something that all children are to some degree taught. Like, think about, like, back to any old cartoon you watched. Guarantee there is an episode about how you specifically are special and not like all the other kids, and you should embrace your super specialness. That's just something we, like, beat into the minds of children all the time, was that everybody's super special in their own special way, and they're completely different from everybody else, and you should embrace your specialness.
Like the Billy and Mandy version of it, where it's like, what? My lifestyle's not good enough for you? I'll send you that later.
Who believe that they are different and therefore better than other women for disliking the traditionally feminine. Today, it is regarded as an unjust judgment of other women and femininity.
No, it's not.
I like how it swung from, what is it? If you were, what is it? It was, if you were feminine, you're a pick-me. Then everybody swamped to not like other girls, and now not like other girls is a pick-me, and now it's swung right back to femininity.
Every time.
Often women who are gender non-conforming and continue to identify as women are inherently viewed as feeling superior to feminine women.
I'm not like other girls. I don't wear makeup. You don't or you can't.
I can't. I don't know what any of this is. I don't know what any of this does. This. I haven't opened this. I don't know what I just don't. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this does.
She's wearing makeup, by the way. I do enough of my own makeup to know that she's wearing makeup. I always love when like girls do this. I don't know who specifically they're performing for, because I know, like, I get it has to be guys, right? Because it's got to be guys that don't know shit about makeup that are like, yeah, no, clearly, like, she looks very natural. Yeah, you can get that look with just like really good foundation and some blush and shit. But I can even tell, like, she's even got a little bit on her eyelids, a little bit of eyeshadow to like make her eyes pop better.
I wouldn't even say it's for men. It's to other women who aren't conforming. Like, yeah, there's some men in there, but it's mostly just to other women because they want to prove something to other women. because they likely didn't have female friends. And then again, it swings back around to, well, if you're not like other girls, we know what you are.
And like, do you really think she had that entire bag of makeup just to not use any of it? You really think she bought all of that for a bit? No, she uses every fucking thing in there.
Duh, she clearly used it for Mizu. It's for the bit. You think people just spend thousands of dollars on makeup to actually use it?
Yeah.
And I don't care to know. I'm sorry. What I have on my lips right now, Vaseline. That's what I use. These were gifted to me. Yeah, I cannot. You look beautiful, by the way.
In other words, gender nonconforming women are viewed as pretentious in their differences and as sliding.
Because you are.
Some of them are.
That's the thing. Like, they always do this. It's like, and people view me as pretentious for being different. Yeah, do you hear yourself? You sound pretentious.
My thing is, this would have made sense if you were saying this in the 90s, because there were few social medias and girls genuinely were like gender non-conforming, or they were tomboys or whatever. In 2020s, yeah, no, there's just a ton of people that are just faking it.
So internet says, yeah, the eyeshadow gives it away. Yeah, no, the eyeshadow is really blatant on her. I don't know why she thought she was getting away with that. But it just goes back to what I said earlier, was a lot of people will act this way, and then they'll be like, I don't understand why people see me that way. I'm just doing what everyone else is doing. Like, no, you're not doing what everyone else is doing. I don't know who told you were, because you're definitely just not.
Other women for their choice not to perform, regardless of how they act or treat other women. What makes them stand out is at times celebrated and yet simultaneously punished. The celebration of femininity in women typically ignores that this is not a minority position. Most women are feminine to varying degrees, typically centering on appearance but also behavior. It also ignores that the reason traits are considered feminine to begin with is not because they are traits historically chosen by women, but rather imposed upon them.
So we've figured this out not even imposed on them by women. We have seen this with babies, with newborn babies that have had zero, like, actual socialization yet. Women will tend to, like, female babies will tend to gravitate towards Barbie dolls, and male babies will tend to gravitate towards action figures. These things were not created to impose a belief on them. These things were created this way because they would sell the best. Because that's just naturally what each gender goes for. Like, take it, they call it the pink tax, but it's basically how, like, female products are typically pink. That's not because they're socializing women to like pink. That's just because women are, like, naturally attracted to the softer, lighter colors.
Yup. And that says a lot because pink used to be a boy's color.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why it swapped for pink being a girl's color now. It's just girls liked it.
Yeah. It's human instinct. Yeah, it's just human instinct. And everybody's like, no, you were socialized into it. No, we've done studies with literal newborn babies. Nobody was socialized into it. Shut the fuck up.
Was even as, like, what is it? Because, like, as a kid, I was a self-declared tomboy. I loved my Barbies. I loved my Miley Cyrus dolls. I loved it so much, I even had Littlest Pet Shops, normal feminine toys, just because I thought they were cuter.
Yeah.
That's it. I never understood stuff like boy bands. I still don't understand boy bands, really. But, like, stuff like normal girl things like that, I loved because, again, they just appealed to me more.
Yeah.
Kirby's masculine, but he's adorable.
Exactly.
Are meant to greatly oppose masculine traits to further exaggerate the differences between men and women and to justify the patriarchy. Often, this relies on benevolent sexism and romanticization of what is truthfully degrading and submissive. Hence,
have you noticed she's just throwing, like, every buzzword together, even if it doesn't make sense?
Yes.
Like, I guarantee, she just had, like, 20 different gender studies classes at her all-female college where she was sex pesting on women. And now she's really getting mileage out of everything she learned in it.
My thing is, like, she's not showing this stuff, really. Like, you could have put it in the background. It's Burger King!
I really don't understand why we're spending the whole time watching Burger King while she talks about this.
Chat, I'm genuinely serious about this. Every time she pulls up Burger King from here on out, just spam Burger King in chat and all caps.
It's just gonna be a new meme for us. It's just Burger King! It's the new no more hot dogs. Send them to the Burger King! What the fuck? It's like a Z grade Anita Sarkeesian. I hate it.
No, you're right about that. And I'm someone who doesn't even really hate Anita that much. But like this is even worse than that. At least Anita tried. At least she was somewhat successful.
Oh, it's so bad.
That's why romance media tends to focus on a partner that cares for, dominates, and plays into these paternalistic roles. Let's be clear. Haruhi is not non-binary or gender fluid or any other identity invented in the 2010s. She's a girl who does not care about how she's perceived by others, to the extent that being viewed as male does not faze her. She is so focused on her studies and such a good person.
Yeah, it's called a tomboy. I don't know why you're trying to avoid just saying that word. She hasn't said it once the entire time, I don't think.
Something about probably how tomboy is a misogynistic too or something. I don't know.
And she's like, oh, you don't understand. She's not like non-binary or gender fluid or yada yada yada. It's like, okay. To be fair, I don't believe anybody are those things. I think those are... That's probably my hottest take on any stuff, is I believe anybody that says they're non-binary or gender fluid is just trying to be super special and get attention.
We all super special.
They're not like the other LGBTs.
That even those raised in a deeply sexist and misogynistic society, and it is important to note this applies not just for the time period or for general society, but for the location as well, view her in a positive light and vie for her attention. Those are all aspects of Ouran Host Club that makes it stand out from other romance and reverse harem entries. Most romance or reverse harem anime and manga create a protagonist meant to be imprinted on, just as how Isekai does the same for men. The main character is meant to be somewhat shallow, somewhat featureless, so that the consumer can better identify as her.
We are not putting No Game, No Life in the same fucking category as Sword Art Online.
Number one, Sora gets no action, and the show makes it clear to make it... Sora gets no action in No Game, No Life, and the show, like, purposely goes out of its way to show you that. And Sword Art Online, like, actually, no, that one's debatable.
Well, Kirito is, like, intentionally meant to be imprinted on to some degree, which is why he looks like that. But Sora's not. Like, he's like, oozing character all the time.
Every time I go to the No Game, No Life subreddit, everyone collectively is like, please give me more Sora merch, please. Yeah.
Like, he is oozing character at all times. He's not meant to be imprinted on. It's meant to be a fun show.
Oh.
And again, we are not putting No Game, No Life next to Sword Art Online. Fuck off.
Oh, but the boobies!
Haruhi is a special protagonist for being so well developed, for being gender.
We are not putting How to Summon a Demon Lord next to Overlord. My gosh. Oh my gosh.
What are these? Have you watched any of these?
Do you know about How to Summon a Demon Lord?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Are you including these just because they're technically isekai? Like, is that the only thing, like, you're putting them next to each other for? Which,
Not
again, I will...
Popular isekai.
Do what?
Not only isekai, popular isekai.
But again, I will say Sword Art Online is just definitively not isekai, and I fucking hate that people keep putting it on isekai terms.
Would you even count Overlord as isekai?
Overlord is almost pushing it for me. I agree it is isekai because it does show up in Isekai Quartet, and I have to I have to bow to the ultimate authority on that. But
Also, sort of.
Because here's the thing, right? I've said it before, and a lot of people misunderstand what isekai is supposed to be. Isekai is a fish out of water story, right? It's extremely important to isekai as a genre that the main character is kind of like off the back foot, that he is out of his element to some degree, which is like just going to a new world technically fits the bill, but it wasn't how it was intended to be used. Like one of the earliest examples we have of an isekai is a Japanese samurai going to the American West. And it's not like he was transported through time to the American West. No, he just traveled across the ocean. And it is considered an isekai story because he is so out of his depth and, you know, out of what is normal for him. So, like, transferring to a game world is pretty, like, on brand for it.
Yeah.
The reason I don't think SAO counts is because Kirito was already playing these games before the series started. Like, yes, the rules of the game changed a bit, but not really. Yes, Samurai Jack is technically an isekai.
Someone said Inuyasha. Inuyasha is also isekai because Kagome is traveling. Inuyasha is like an isekai reverse isekai at the same time because Inuyasha sometimes goes back to Kagome's world, but it's mostly Kagome going to Inuyasha's world.
It's also important to understand it's not the main character thrives in the new world. It's the main character is in a world that is completely foreign to him. Right? So it's okay to have like overpowered isekai protagonist. They could still be isekai. They're still out of their element. They're just thriving in a situation that is out of their element. Overlord works because it technically is a whole new world, and he has to learn how the game mechanics transfer over to the new world. I think Log Horizon does it better in that regard. I know people get annoyed because I bring up Log Horizon constantly. But Log Horizon is so different to the point that, like, people even comment that it's hard for them to walk around because their characters are like a couple inches shorter or taller than they are in real life. And it's actually throwing off their center of balance because they've never walked like at that height before. It's like such a fun thing, honestly.
That's cool.
Tanya obviously counts. There'd be no reason for Tanya not to count. Same with Jobless Reincarnation. Konosuba's funny because Konosuba definitely counts. But it almost feels like it shouldn't for some reason.
I understand what you mean because it's like if you could have like done Kazuma in like the exact same world he came from and nothing would change other than that he comes back to life. Yeah. What changes is that his parents are there.
Dot hack almost doesn't count. Because dot hack is kind of the same rules as Sword Art Online, to where everybody is kind of just experiencing inside the game like this anyways. It's just now they're stuck there. And I think being stuck there is kind of cheating, I guess. Really quick, thank you, Toa. Toa says, it's a message from 18 minutes behind where we are. Remember, when they say do X critically, they mean do X through the lens of communism. In this case, feminism, but you know. But yeah, I think dot hack doesn't really count. SAO definitely doesn't count. Can you call SAO a death game genre? The first season. The first half of the first season, you can. Everything after that, you can't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would really call it death game though, because death game is more like a specific, you know, you're trying to kill people.
Death games usually, because the thing is with death games is that it harkens back to the original Battle Royale movies.
Which were really good. Of characters. The first one was really good. Sorry, I watched the second one. I have no idea what crack they were smoking.
The same crack everybody smokes when they make battle royales nowadays. my god.
But yeah, no, like I feel like they're just throwing up random things that are the normies consider isekais, even though some of them I just don't think counts.
For being so well developed, for being gender.
So here's the thing: I've watched How to Summon a Demon Lord, not all of it. I've watched like a season of it. I can't remember. Is he in the world already? Or do they summon him from Earth and now he's a demon lord in the new world?
I can't say
because I don't remember how it started.
I never watched it. All I know is that it's cringe.
Yeah.
It's your usual like harem.
No, I know he was summoned, but was he summoned from Earth? Or was he just already a demon lord and summoned to their location? Also, so you said you haven't seen it?
I have not.
Do you know the premise, basically?
I think I do. It's just him building a harem, right?
Sort of. So the two girls in the center here, the blonde elf in green and the black-haired cat girl in, I guess, sort of purple-ish, summon him, and they try to cast a spell that enslaves him. But they're retarded, so they cast it backwards. And they enslave themselves to him.
You know what? Maybe this is the slave anime epidemic I keep hearing about.
Yeah, it's unironically funny to watch. But yeah, it starts with, like, they're not interested in him. They're trying to summon a demon lord, and they're just retarded, and they accidentally bind themselves to him instead of binding him to them. Also, all the women in it are hot, so including the flat bunny girl femboy.
I think the flat bunny back there looks like the hottest character here.
Oh, everybody loves the bunny. Or the lolly that's down in the bottom right here.
She's second running.
Chatter correcting me that yes, he is definitely isekai because he was playing a character in a video game and got called to the world.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've watched it, so I don't remember like the start of it really.
I remember seeing a trailer for it a while ago, and I was like, okay, number one, this shouldn't be simuldubbed. What demand called for this to be simuldubbed like a week after? Put those resources to series that matters. Number two, why does this have more seasons than most popular series? Because I did not think this thing would get past season 1.
I think simuldubbing in general is kind of worthless because the only people that care enough about an anime on day one are the same people that are watching the Japanese version and hate dubs.
My thing is like simuldubbing is for people that like English dubs, and that makes sense for popular series like Dragon Ball, Naruto, popular series that make sense that have already been in the mainstream, not random schmo isekai number 52, because that's just you trying to justify simuldubbing.
Yeah. Thank you, Looney Lenny, for the super feminism is communism gender swapped. And thank you, Massive Doge. Slaves built the pyramid. Wonder Shosen.
What?
I don't know, but thank you for the super.
Conforming and for receiving love and respect despite that.
Time I got reincarnated as a slime too. Slime anime.
My thing is like, from all I've heard about reincarnated as a slime, the only thing you would call it is like incel. Is the fact that the creator's the guy's PC had to be put in the bathtub because he played Eroge a lot. He just played a ton of Eroge and was like, "Brother, if I die, burn my PC."
Oh, that reminds me. I was watching a Wendigoon video today, and he goes, "Oh, this lady is what is considered she's agoraphobic." or as they would say in Japan, hikikomori. And I was like, that's not what hikikomori is. What are you talking about, Wendigoon?
I think I need to be re-educated on what is agoraphobic again.
Agoraphobic means you have a irrational fear of going outside. Like, it is a genuine phobia that if you go outside, something horrendous is going to happen to you and you're going to die.
Okay, that's different than hikikomori. The whole thing is that it's
hikikomori is like a choice.
Exactly.
You separating yourself from the outside world. Agoraphobic is like literally like an irrational fear that you are born with for some reason. Born with or is created through trauma.
Exactly.
It's like, it's a hikikomori. Like, no, it's not. It's not the same thing.
You know what? Someone actually put it best in chat. Agoraphobia is that one SpongeBob episode. Omori is definitely hikikomori.
Yeah. I said, well, I mean, the kind of the American version of hikikomori would probably just be neat.
Yeah. Which is ironic, because neat is also still a Japanese term.
Fair. Pretty sure Wendigoon was making a joke about the hikikomori. No, he wasn't. He was saying it as like a fun factoid, and he just got it wrong. It's fine. It wasn't like a huge deal. It was just it's something he didn't understand. He even mentioned it in the video I was watching that he basically just didn't understand anything about Japanese, so he was relying on stuff he heard from other people.
Oh.
Which is weird, right? Like, because he's the horror guy. You'd think he would have dived like more into Japanese horror by now. But yeah.
Story, because he's like touched on some Japanese like horror stuff too, even like actual real events. That is definitely a weird one.
Actually, I would clarify. So NEAT may have roots in Japanese to some degree. NEAT actually cannot be Japanese because it is an acronym.
Oh no, it's one of those like English acronyms.
Yeah, it's an English acronym.
Like no, it's one of those. So sometimes they'll have like they'll take like English loan words and they'll like turn it into like what is it? It's kind of like SNS, where it's like technically these are acronyms of like English origin. These are like based on words of English origin, but they're like Japanese acronyms. It's kind of weird like that. Oh, hi, Raid.
Because NEAT stands for Not in Education, Employment, or Training.
Yeah.
Thank you for the radius. Thank you, Angel's Advocate, for the super. This video sucks. Thank you for the booba. This video sucks, but if it was some kind of 4D move to make people subconsciously want more Burger King, I'd strongly respect it.
Watch you be like, this is actually a test to see if you bought Burger King after this.
So I don't buy Burger King because the one reason I did buy Burger King is they used to have nuggets that were shaped like little crowns that were made with like more proper chicken, right? But then they converted to the McDonald's nuggets that are just like the pink paste shit, and they just taste worse.
I thought they tasted pretty alright. Oh, you mean pink slime?
Yeah, it's the pink paste that goes in the chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Burger King used to have like proper chicken nuggets.
Okay.
And then they got rid of them to copy McDonald's because it's cheaper. And it sucks.
Doesn't mean that the anime is some progressive queer take on romance. Same as just about any romance, including those that are yaoi or yuri or create different roles such as Omegaverse, still end up.
What? Am I missing something?
Oh, what is it? Somebody said pink paste. Okay, so I learned about this in like my first semester into college. Pink slime is basically the other stuff they use when the chicken is not available, and the government legally has made it legal to call it technically chicken.
Oh no, the chicken nuggets are made out of a pink paste that is everything else that was not used in the chicken.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's still chicken. It's still all chicken byproduct. It's just finely ground into a pink paste. Chat, there's a video on how chicken nuggets are made. You can look it up if you want to. Just know if you watch it, you may never eat a chicken nugget again.
Listen, I found out I still eat them.
Fair.
The anime is some progressive queer take on romance. Same as just about any romance, including those that are yaoi or yuri, or create different roles such as Omegaverse, still end up with feminine and masculine, submissive and dominant, just under different names or visages.
Listen, the reason why is because people want to be dominated and some people want to be the top. That's it.
Unironically, relationships where both people take the same role don't work out in most cases.
Omegaverse is a subgenre of yaoi. Omegaverse stories in the genre are premised on societies wherein humans are divided into social hierarchies in animals. Keyword. I don't know. What is alpha? Is alpha just an A? Omega, alpha, beta. You have to keep in mind the animalistic nature. The alphas are the dominant ones. The omega, the submissive one, literally have a heat cycle. They go into heat like an animal. They produce like pheromones. I think they all produce certain pheromones, like an animal would. This is key. They get pregnant. Male on male. Mammalian. There's also the beta. They're kind of like the normies. I don't think you quite understand the levels of animalistic tie-in we're talking about. You think getting pregnant is bad. The physical anatomy of a wolf. Do you know what a knot is?
I remember I discovered a similar Omega-ish type comic one time. I then scrolled down to the bottom after like the main characters did it, and someone was like, "Oh, he's nodding," and I'm like, "What does that mean?" You know what? I can assume, and I don't want to know from here on out.
Why am I being forced this knowledge of this woman's fetish?
I will not move forward from this point on. I've never gotten into Omegaverse, but I just found it. I was like, you know what? This seems like a pretty short, cool romance. I will never traverse an Omega ever again.
Kendra unlocked cursed knowledge.
No, ironically.
Chat, I used to be a furry, so I am all too well aware of what nodding is.
Oh, I think I'm too normal for that was the day I discovered I was a bit too normal for the internet. I thought I was degenerate. I wasn't degenerate enough.
Yeah, I'm the degenerate one here. Look, all you have to do is go to the Bad Dragon website and look up any of the canine options they have. Yeah, as an adult, you should be able to put 2 and 2 together from there. As long as your frontal lobe is still working.
Well, if you're an Omega, you're definitely gonna be familiar with that. I don't want to go into specifics for fear of getting banned, but if I had to describe it with a sound, it's like a pop. Right?
The result of pretending Haruhi is an
What does this have to do with Ouran Host Club? This is woman's fetish. We're on the woman's fetish part of the series.
No, creative writers barely this guy's fetish.
I would like to point out to you, chat, that the woman that thought it was extremely important that you know about the Omegaverse and getting nodded by Wolfcock is the one telling you that you're a misogynist for liking Ouran Host Club.
No, you're a misogynist for liking Ouran and its depictions of queer and gay issues, despite this literally not being that type of series. It's literally just because that's what the author knows as a straight woman. Yeah. That's it. She tried, she failed. It doesn't matter. I'm entertained.
NB, non-binary, or trans in some way, makes it easier to ignore that her biological sex plays a huge role in how she is treated by others, and how she is impacted by misogyny both in the text and from other characters. It deflects from the recognition of the fact that misogyny greatly impacts the lives of women and girls, regardless of how they feel about it or view themselves. And that brings us to number 3, portrayal of women we don't like. Romance exists as a fantasy fulfillment that serves to guide women towards marriage and finding personal fulfillment in another person.
You know, a lot of men's adventure stories end with the guy getting the girl. Ergo, you would say the same thing about men's adventure fantasy, right? Or you could just acknowledge that the reality is that men and women want to have a partner. Like,
we all want to be the cool, super special person in our fantasies. That's it. That's it.
Well, like, nobody wants to be alone, right? It's always this thing they do where it seems like you're trying to be like, you don't understand marriage bad. Okay, but I still want a hot wife or a hot boyfriend. You know, like, I don't want to be alone forever. I don't know why you're so dead set on being alone forever. Mrs. goes to the all lesbian college. Like,
oh my gosh.
You literally picked your college to try and find a lesbian mate. And you're like, I don't understand why like all these shows try and tell you that you want to get married.
It works alongside porn, which trains men to view women as tools for sexual fulfillment.
I gotta go back. Sorry, what?
A fantasy fulfillment that serves to guide women towards marriage and finding personal fulfillment in another person. It works alongside porn, which trains men to view women as tools for sexual fulfillment.
What? You know, I think she needs to enunciate better because I thought she said trans men.
She said trains. She said trains men. But yeah, it does sound like she says trans.
You know, this is really funny when people say stuff like this because this just ignores all the lesbians. They're like, lesbians don't view. It's like that one Tumblr post someone made a while ago where someone was like, they got attacked because they're like, people don't want to actually be a lesbian relationship. They want the ooh-woo Tumblr-fied lesbian relationship where they're running and frolicking in the fields and not the I want sex.
Pretty much. God.
I caught some fish the other day,
so
and
loud.
I'm gonna rate them for which fish I think would give the best neck. This is a menpachi. It looks like it has a pretty small mouth, and then, hey, yo, that thing opens wide. It looks a little bony in the throat, though, so I'm gonna say 4 out of 10. This Roy has a mouthful of razor-sharp teeth, and it looks like an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna rate this, get that thing away from me. The parrotfish has a pretty smooth-looking throat, but that big beak looks like it could chomp through anything. Why don't you go ahead and close that thing up, Big Bertha? Finally, we have the moo. Okay, this thing's got pretty good lips. Oh, and the teeth are so human-like. Damn, okay, Moo, what that mouth do? Okay, and the inside is a perfect shape. The Moo gets a 10 out of 10 rating, throat goat. That's all we need to see. Okay, that's all the stuff we saw. Bye.
The reason why people do I've seen TikToks and YouTube shorts like that. People do it because it's funny.
Yeah.
Stop taking you so seriously. What? You're not taking something that ended with this fish is a throat goat and then be like, this is a product of misogyny.
I will now pleasure myself with this fish.
Like you can say like I didn't find it funny. Just say you didn't find it funny. That's it. It's never that serious, dog.
One Tumblr user put it, it's like leading lambs to the.
Also, like, some of those videos are like oddly trying to be informative too. Because, like, yeah, he's making a joke about it, but he's, like, showing you that, like, this fish has razor-sharp teeth. This type of fish has a beak. This type of fish has, like, teeth that look oddly human. Like, you're still learning about fish. He's saying the full name of the fish and everything. Like, it's just... They take it way too seriously, like you said. Besides, everybody knows the best fish to give the best head would be a bass.
Slaughter. Ouran follows this theme through its portrayal of women the narrative doesn't like.
Come on, little one. Let Daddy give you a big hug.
I've already got a dad. I don't need another one.
For example, the first episode sees a conflict between Haruhi and Princess Saika Ayanokoji, who is one of Tamaki's regular clients. She appears to be jealous of Haruhi, although because she does not view Haruhi as a woman but as a male student, this jealousy appears to be less of a romantic nature and more stemming from a dislike of their differing socioeconomic classes, to the extent that she tosses Haruhi's things into a fountain and tries to fake a sexual assault. This paints Saika as being a jealous, vapid, and cruel girl, but it also ignores that the hosts are just as rude about Haruhi's middle-class placement as even if they do take a different route to convey this. A short list of the times the host club exemplifies classism, sexism, or general rude behavior includes, but is not limited to, throughout the series, pictures of Haruhi dressed femininely, as well as various items of hers being auctioned off or used as prizes within the host club without her permission. One of the most egregious examples is of the twins photoshopping a nude picture of her for sale. Given that the show takes place in the early 2000s, it probably wasn't a good Photoshop, but the boundary crossing still remains, and in today's context,
The Photoshop was perfect because it was a fictional drawing. It's not real.
They're like, oh, they're auctioning off her things without her knowing. In a vacuum, that sounds really bad. Until you find out that Kyoya hosts an entire magazine dedicated to that and makes in a ton of money from all the girls because all the girls want photos of all the hot boys in the hot host club.
Yeah. And given that it's the early 2000s, it's probably not good Photoshop. It's a fictional show. It's perfect Photoshop.
Like, Kyoya literally is like, yeah, no, we like auction off your things. I sell photos of everyone. I sell photos of myself. I'm not free from this. We're making bank.
Yeah.
Everyone, Burger King.
times the host club exemplifies classism, sexism, or general rude behavior includes, but is not limited to.
See, you can't say classism, sexism, general rude behavior.
I just love how we're counting rudeness on the scale here.
Rude. Because when you lump all three of those things together, the general rude behavior eclipses the other two by like a wide fucking margin.
This person has to be from like the UK because this is actually like a rating system for video games of like rude behavior. Like, this is a real ranking system of if your game or anything has rude behavior, that's listed as a violation of their ESRB.
How long do you think they left their camera just pointing at the Burger King? Do you think like they got like a full hour of B-roll just in case?
Probably.
And it's not moved at all. So for the last 30 minutes at least, they've just sat in whatever this place is, staring at the Burger King.
This is the video of all time.
Throughout the series, pictures of Haruhi dressed femininely, as well as various items of hers being auctioned off or used as prizes within the host club without her permission. One of the most egregious examples.
See, like, you show this, it's like, well, it's obviously not good Photoshop. It's a fictional show, so it's obviously going to be perfect. Because they wouldn't fuck it up that way.
Examples is of the twins photoshopping a nude picture of her for sale. Given that the show takes place in the early 2000s, it probably wasn't a good Photoshop, but the boundary crossing still remains, and in today's context, even if falsified...
I'm not going to let go of that, by the way, because that's like one of those, you genuinely can't separate fiction from reality. Like, when you heard that they photoshopped this, you immediately said, well, in the 2000s, Photoshop wasn't that good. It's not real. Why are you trying to compare what they did to, like, real-life technology? At the time, like, are you okay? It's a fictional show.
The B in B rule stands for burger.
Thank you, Massive Doge, for the 69. Listen, I'm okay with racism, but being rude takes the cake. Be better. It's not just being rude, it's general rudeness.
Gotta get your UK facts straight.
Enough to potentially ruin Haruhi's life. In episode 8, the group makes a bet to figure out what Haruhi is scared of with the prize of feminine pictures of her. They intentionally set out to frighten her. During this episode, she also ends up intervening when a group of boys sexually harass a pair of female guests, which results in her getting pushed off of a cliff. Despite, as she said, not having time to call for help, her bravery is rewarded with chastisement from the rest of the club, and Kyoya pretending to want to rape her to illustrate the role that her gender plays and how others treat her and how she should act.
That's I've seen this scene. That's not what that scene is conveying, at least to me.
Also, they chastised her because she fell off a cliff. And because she literally was trying to fight two guys by herself. So people, okay, for those who don't know in Ouran, this is the one scene that I talk about every single time is this is for the 5 Kyoya fans out there. It was basically a fan service scene for the 5 Kyoya fans to show that Haruhi is still weak. And then he leaves. That's literally it. He leaves the room because Tamaki walks in and is like, "What the heck, bro?" And he's like, "All right. I just wanted to make a point. Goodbye."
Why did you confront them? What made you think you would stand a chance? You against 2 boys?
But it doesn't matter that they're boys and I'm a girl. I was there, I had to do something. There wasn't any time to think.
That's no excuse, you idiot! Don't forget, you're a girl!
Look, I'm sorry you had to come and save me, Senpai. But I don't understand why you're so mad at me right now.
Looking forward to this trip and we don't want to disappoint them.
Because you got tossed off a cliff and could have died.
That's it. Not only that, again, that he doesn't realize it, but he likes her. So of course he's gonna be harsh on her, especially as the leader of the group, where you're one of your supposed friends by this point could have died, and they could have gone back from vacation really upset about that, you know.
Also, this isn't something that's uncommon in shonen even. There's an almost identical scene with Winry and Edward at one point where she calls him an idiot and says that he's putting himself in too much danger and hugs him. It's genuinely a trope at this point. The hero sacrifices themselves and everybody chastises them for putting themselves in danger. Yep. I don't know if there's a name for it, but I've seen it enough that it should be a trope at this point.
Gosh, I sussy baka in years.
I'll pay you back for the flowers, Senpai.
Each bouquet cost me 50,000. That's a grand total of 600,000 yen, Haruhi.
This is something that always annoys me when they do localization, is they'll localize literally everything else except the fucking money. Why? It's the one thing
Japanese series.
It's the one thing I wouldn't give a shit about if you localized it into USD. It cost me 60,000 yen, Haruhi.
Go look it up on Google. You'll find out what it is.
You're gonna localize literally everything else except the money.
What is it? Like I said, this specific director likes to kind of keep things as accurate as possible. So they've kept the Kuns and the Chans and all that type of stuff, including small things like that, because again, it's ultimately a Japanese series and blah blah blah.
I don't care. They can change the yen thing all they want. Just if they start talking about how many kilos or how many stones somebody weighs, I'm gonna fucking throw some shit at the director. Just say it in pounds.
What do you mean the dub VAs aren't trying? They are trying. Trust me. I've heard bad Funimation dubs. This isn't one of them.
You mean all of them?
No, I've seen good Funimation dubs. If that's the case, then the Bakano dub sucks.
Why'd you turn the lights off?
If you want to, you can pay me back with your body.
Yay! Now to all 5 Kyoya fans out there, this is
you actually believe a person's sex doesn't matter. You've left yourself completely defenseless against me.
So that's it. You won't do it, Kyoya-senpai. I know. Because it wouldn't do you any good. he wouldn't gain anything from it.
You're right. You're a fascinating young woman, Haruhi.
But
in episode 10, Tamaki convinces himself that being middle class is the same as being in dire poverty and insinuates himself into Haruhi's home along with the rest of the club under false pretenses.
That's more of just a meme of rich people. That's not like a classist issue.
This can't be right.
Hey everyone, why don't you come in? I know it's not much, but please, make yourselves at home. I'll make us some tea. I'm sorry. We don't have enough cups, but we do have some bowls. Here.
Hey boss, what's with this place? She lives here? Maybe it's some kind of set. You know, like in the movies?
I hope so. Calm down, you guys. I bet this is the storeroom. I'm positive the infinite cosmos is just on the other side of that closet.
Then should we try to open it? Now's not the time. Right.
Since you guys decided to come by at lunchtime, my dad said it would be rude if I didn't offer you something to eat. We've been fasting for 3 days to save up money to buy something suited to your taste.
So much.
This is a good meme.
Gosh, you guys gotta remember also the fact that like people were thinking this back then about rich people, and people still do it. We now have like social media to show that they genuinely think like this.
This is one of those things where it's like, I don't think you get it. The joke is not that she's poor; it's that they're so rich they're this out of touch. I genuinely don't think you understand what the joke is here. Because if you think a mangaka is fucking making jokes about how rich they are and how poor the plebeians are, you do not know how much they are paid. You have no idea how much those people make.
But it's all worth it as long as you guys like it. Ta-da! A sushi sampler. It was marked down at the supermarket. How about that?
In episode 15, the club stalks Haruhi to her summer job and forces her to let them stick around by blackmailing her due to their school not allowing work during breaks. In turn, many women are judged more harshly than men are within the show, whose bad behavior is painted as entertaining, humorous, and as less unfavorable. Haruhi tends to be non-reactive and conflict avoidant, which allows the host club to often mistreat her or be forgiven for things that are absolutely boundary crossing and potentially dangerous to her future and safety. In fact, this is the greatest detriment to her
Pause
character.
this real quick.
Yeah.
Why are we treating this comedy series like someone actually is having their life ruined?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's just like, this could ruin her life. This is a comedy series. This will damage her. This will damage their reputation for who knows how long. This is Garfield. These are like Garfield level jokes, and you are taking this too seriously.
I don't understand why she's struggling with this so much.
This could ruin prospects.
As her rolling with the punches attitude often crosses into being a pushover at times, particularly when she gets roped into playing doll or going along with the group's schemes. And I want to make this clear. I'm aware that this is a satire, that the show itself wants you to scoff and point out at least some of these points, but as is often the case with a young audience, this can be overlooked or misunderstood.
You can't criticize your show because people are too stupid to understand it. What is that criticism?
I watched Ouran when I was 13 and I understood these jokes. These jokes you'd find in a freaking Garfield comic. Shut up.
I understand that this is a satire, but you have to understand people are retarded.
What is it? Clearly, Kendra, this is secretly Law and Order. You joke about that. I used to watch Law and Order with my family from, like, even when I was 6 years old, bro. You understood that stuff was still fake. How do you not end it with an animated series.
In fact, satire, pastiche, and parody are all often misunderstood by young audiences.
Then don't watch it. Like, I don't... What is this? What are we doing here?
Oh, Criminal 10 or SUV, both.
Don't understand, guys. Children are stupid.
My favorite episode from Law and Order was the one where it was a child murder. That's how I found out that children can murder too.
Thank you, Internet Zen. What is this illegal level dumb analysis? I don't know. Like, she is literally at the point where she's saying, you don't understand. People are stupid. So I have to criticize the show for people not understanding it.
Oh, God.
I don't... How did you end up here, exactly?
It all came to me in a dream.
Requires a broader understanding of the genre and culture as a whole to be able to recognize recurring themes and criticism of them. That's not to say that children's media must avoid using any of these, but rather that because of their intended audience, a more surface-level understanding of these type of shows should not go uncriticized. Not to mention, the text's constant waffling between pushing femininity on Haruhi and praising her nonconformity ends with Haruhi getting married and having kids. All celebration is tempered with reminders that Haruhi is female, and being female...
Yeah, you're gonna say something?
It ends with her getting married and having kids. Because this is a romance comedy. She's gonna end up with somebody.
Exactly.
And she has a kid with a guy, and everyone expects the guy to pump out a kid that looks either like her, him, or both.
Oh. You know, they should start a harem romance anime with like a How I Met Your Mother skit of the main female character with her kid already, and like, this is how I met your father. But the kid looks exactly like her and nobody else.
I'm pretty sure they kind of do that with from what I know, Spice and Wolf.
Fair. This is how I met your father.
means having to act a certain way. Mori and Honey are martial arts masters. Teaching her martial arts that she can better protect herself is a far more protective way to react to a dangerous situation than to tell her after just being pulled out of the ocean that she's just a girl and should have known better than to stand up for other people or fight against boys. In that same episode, Haruhi goes so far as to describe Kyoya as a good person for using rape threats as a mean to teach her. This behavior should not be idealized or depicted as sexually appealing. It's deeply distressing and terrifying if anyone were to experience it.
But you liked it.
It's like, it's so distressing. Yeah, that's why. It's not meant to, it's not, here's the thing. The only reason why you like that scene is if you're one of the two Kyoya shippers out there. Otherwise, again, 13-year-old me understood it's supposed to be bad and dangerous. You went to college and don't understand that.
Yeah.
I barely finished my first year of middle school, and I understood that.
There was no need to resort to such extreme tactics just to prove a point. Subsequently, Kyoya refers to her as intriguing because she remains unflustered by the threat, suggesting that she's not like other girls because she doesn't actually react to the fact that she was threatened in any realistic or expected way. In fact, the perfect girl seems to be one that is effortlessly pretty, who balances being caring without being overbearing, whose personality never gets in the way of what you want to do or want her to do. She's intelligent and willing to get her hands dirty, but she still upholds feminine duties like cleaning, cooking, and shopping. The girls that are painted as being lesser or more frivolous are those who express desires of their own that annoy or interrupt the desires of other characters. Haruhi's agency is only okay because it is constantly in service to others or unobtrusive. The male characters never get the same criticism or gender essentialism, as often references to homosexuality and comedic effect, along with a focus on other aspects such as racism or family issues, prevents it. This show is still one that I really enjoy. Haruhi is such an interesting character, and the show does subvert many tropes of the genre. Nostalgia plays a role as well, as I'm sure it does for many people. However, I simply can't ignore that Ouran Host Club has some legitimate problems regarding its treatment of women, and the role that it plays in the greater romance genre, and its socialization of its audience as to what they should expect from their own romances in the real world. Ouran Host Club is not just reflective of romance.
Go on, take a minute, read your script. She's struggling so hard with it for some.
So we had to get all this B-roll for Burger
Hey, chat, you need to understand, the B-roll for Burger King has been there the entire time, because me and Kendra have been able to see the magic pixel on the side that shows the background footage.
Or patriarchy, but of Japanese culture, and of course, an increasing trend in anime for what is essentially gender essentialism. If you look at the comparisons of anime designs from the early 2000s, 90s, 80s, the women look far more realistic versus today's basically pug-nosed women who are hypersexualized.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
The fact that you're saying the women look more realistic while showing footage from Utena.
I'm a brother.
You can complain all you want about it. The girls from Utena look like fucking the girls from One Piece. You can cope all you want. She looks like a smaller breasted Nami.
This is ironic because we One Piece heroines literally K's coming out. Brother, this doesn't help that what is it? If you actually watch anime that isn't mainstream and doesn't conform to oh my gosh. I watch series that have come out recently with realistic body types. I love Summertime Rendering. It has fan service and still has normal proportions. Oh my god, there's still freaking Witch Hat Atelier just came out. Talon B-side came out at the top of this year and it's getting a second season. These series exist. You're just lazy in watching them. Because you would rather stick to shonen, because apparently, as your idiotic opinion said in the beginning, if I go watch shoujo, I'm never gonna get an action series ever again.
I think you will say maybe it's because it was made by a woman and she doesn't understand male struggle or their societal expectations. Have you thought of that? Probably not.
And of course, things that would be considered risque back then are commonplace or tame today. In general, it's one of the reasons why I have a hard time still loving
We're gonna rip the shirt open again.
I still watch some of the ones that I liked when I was a kid, and that's mostly because the nostalgia makes it easier to swallow the bitter pills of stuff that's problematic, and I hate using that word, but there are aspects that I just wouldn't be able to stomach today because, hell, if you've ever seen Diabolic Lovers...
Why are you bringing this up again?
Lovers. No one likes Diabolic Lovers. Diabolic Lovers is in the same realm as Orimo. No one genuinely enjoys that unless you're the part of the very specific demographic. Most people watch it to make fun of it because it's funny.
There's such a romanticization of rape, of sexual assault, of going against people's boundaries in so many different anime, and it gets worse over the years in more modern stuff. Even in genres like horror, where you would think sexualization wouldn't be such an issue, it's there. And that's kind of my biggest issue with anime. It's like holding a magnifying glass over how our world works.
So you're gonna
God,
thank you for the Dojin character. Miss, you're gonna hate to hear this. It's holding a magnifying glass up to how women work. You can sit here and you can cope all you want and be like, oh no, I've been socialized to think rape is hot. No, that's just you, hun. You were just born that way and you have to learn to own it. Because trust
Scene is
me,
hot.
anytime guys see these like rapey scenes, every single guy is like cringing in their seat, going, "Ugh, oh my god, ugh." And then every
Here's the
woman is
thing.
like, "Oh god, it's so hot. He wants her so bad."
Clamp used to be big, realistic body types my foot. Well, you see, Clamp had tiny boobs. That's it. My thing is like, even I don't even like diabolic lovers. I think that thing is cringe, and I love it for being cringe because of all the memes that came out of it. Like Orimo, guess what? This scene is still hot because Glasses Boy is attractive because he's meant to be appealing to women who like Glasses Boys. That's it.
And just blowing up these issues until they could be satire, they could be parody, but truthfully, few people are going to view them as such.
Also, I have to also point this out because I guess people don't understand this, but vampires as a concept were originally to be sort of like a stand-in for sexual assault. Like the existence of the vampire originally was supposed to be like a corruption of sexuality. So yes, the show about a woman with a whole bunch of vampires around her is going to involve like some level of consensual non-consent type stuff.
Oh my
Scrape
God.
and lit. I played that on stream once and got copyrighted. Apparently their Cartoon Network is looking real hard for that shit.
Oh my god.
Dracula got a scrape and lit.
In Western romance, now if you ask the Slavs, the vampires are very real.
Means you gotta make the sound? What sound?
I'm assuming it's the tongue wiggle sound he does.
I can't do it.
I ain't doing it. I'm not letting that get clipped to the ether.
But that's basically the whole video here, chat. What did you guys think? Did you enjoy it?
That was garbage. That was garbage. This was actually offensive to me. And I'm not even that someone that big into like romance series, but like I like romance series, but I'm not the biggest romance series fan. And even I was offended by that because this video was a sin to even just regular comedy series. Because why are we genuinely, you're treating fictional characters like real people compared to the real people you treat like fictional characters.
Also, yes, chat, Burger King MVP. I have no idea why we have like over half an hour of Burger King B-roll footage in this.
From here on out, chat, Burger King is a permanent addition to the channel.
Like, at least use something pretty, like a lake or the ocean or some shit. Like, why are we just watching people walk in front of a Burger King?
Even like just a university or just anything. You could have used anything, but you didn't use anything to support your findings. Just a bunch of TikToks.
And Burger King.
Oh gosh. That was
she's a bad one though. It was a bad video. I have to stick with what I said at the start, is it feels like she learned some of these terms just yesterday, and suddenly it's like, I have to use all of them.
Oh my god. Something monarchic patriarchy. I ain't pronouncing that right.
Are you good?
No. I'm just
something monarchic patriarchy.
Nah, that usually happens by the end of these. I'm worn out by the stupidity that I faced.
Fair. But chat, is there anything y'all wanna tell us before we run for the night?
We was Burger Kings.
we was Burger Kings and shit.
Listen, chat, if we raid someone tonight, you know what to do. You know what to do. You should tell us, share the love of Burger King with everyone.
Could technically be a good meme. But chat, we hope you enjoyed everything. We will definitely be back later. I have an idea to pitch to Kendra on for Tuesday if Kendra might be interested.
I shall see. I shall see.
I was thinking there was I'd have to look it up specifically to see if it would be good for streaming watching, but there is a found footage Japanese horror YouTube series. If you would be interested in watching through some of it. And these are these are not like English found footage horror where they're like 2-minute videos. These guys literally have like 20 to 30 minute long videos with multiple actors in every single one. Like ridiculously high quality work.
I'll consider it.
I thought you may somewhat enjoy it, possibly. We give our opinions on Japanese horror and kind of the way they do things, because they do it a little bit different than how America likes to do horror.
Yeah.
No, chat, it doesn't have the Burger King foot fungus. It's Burger King foot lettuce, chat. Get your meme right. Here, I will, after stream, I'll pass you the channel and see if maybe you'll be interested in watching through some of them on stream and covering them.
Alright.
But bye, chat. Let me see if I can find somewhere to send y'all. I don't know who all is streaming late.
Only ones that probably are streaming this later. Anybody on Twitch or any VTubers?
Well, it looks like some of my friends have upcoming streams, but I don't see any that are currently active. So let's see if we can find a new person then. But, while I'm doing that, have you seen the Fillion thing going on?
I haven't seen anything since her channel went dark.
So, yesterday or the day before, she went through all of her channels and deleted everything.
Okay, that's what I do know.
Yeah, so it's just everything is gone now.
Oh, so first it went private, now it's just all gone.
Well,
hey.
the YouTube videos are likely private, or unlisted, whatever they call it. Instagram is private, but she's deleted like her profile picture and her banner on it. YouTube, she deleted her profile picture, banner, and unlisted every single video. Twitch doesn't really have... I mean, Twitch sort of has unlisting, I guess. So all of her Twitch stuff is also gone, and it also has her banner and her profile picture removed.
I'd probably... if it was like normal from like last time, where it was like, okay, maybe like legally she's like clearing stuff out so that it can like not be connected to the old model.
Well, they cleared up the legal stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm keeping an eye on it because I'm curious, like, if she's just really going overboard with the rebrand or what's going on. Because she's been gone for a while.
My thing is, like, this is definitely overboard even for, like, most usual rebrands. I mean, it's gaining traction.
Yeah.
But still, it would have gained traction regardless regardless if you get the videos up or not.
Exactly, yeah. YouTube allows mass unlisting. I think you have to do it video by video still. I don't know if you can do multiple, but I mean, I could go to my channel and try it later. They probably do, because she did a bunch before somebody noticed. But by chat, I found somebody to send y'all to. They're playing Windrose, so please be good for them. And remember to tell them the Burger King sent you.